Hello and welcome to Northstars Live. I'm your host, Ellie Marie Watts.
And I'm Lucy Bourne.
We're back at Hunter Ice Skating Stadium today for a huge 80s themed game against CBR Brave. And it is already so great to see so many people in the spirit of the night. Clearly we are.
Yes.
We are dressed 80s themed, as you might be able to tell.
Canberra walked in and they're like, huh?
What is happening
going on?
here? I hope they do know. We've been sharing some amazing 80s inspired posters across the week. I'm sure they would have clued in, but it's a bit, hello, blue eyeshadow and big hair and some fluoro. But yeah, it is wonderful to see, and it's awesome because tonight we're running here. If you can't be here, we'll let you know what is happening. We're running a best dressed 80s comp. So whoever is deemed the best dressed in 80s gear wins 2 tickets to next Sunday's game against the Sydney Bears, which is pretty dang cool. But getting back on topic of what tonight's all about, this is the North Stars' only game of the weekend, but this is CBR Braves' second. They were in Sydney last night against the Sydney Ice Dogs and won 6-2. So it will be interesting to see how CBR do back up. Even though it was a win, you know, it's always tough playing 2 games against such 2 physical teams as well.
And it was a long game last night because it was a special event game, so they had stuff before the game. They had a couple of issues with the Zamboni, so it was a little bit longer than a normal game.
Yeah, definitely. So, Lucy, we know that CBR games are tough, you know, and we haven't won, or the North Stars haven't won a game yet in the series. There's 4 games in each series. Each team plays 2 away, 2 home. So far, this series, this is the 4th game. We've lost the 3. So I know we're in for a big night tonight, but what are you expecting out of tonight's game, Luce?
I think Canberra will be pushing harder than they were before, nearly, because they're getting so close to finals. Yeah. And like I always say, you've got to play finals hockey now.
Yep.
Rob would be pushing those guys to play exactly how they plan to play as they plan to win the grand final.
Yeah.
So I think they'll come out looking for a win, definitely. But I think the North Stars have caught a little bit of momentum as well and getting into a bit more of a groove, which is good. But I don't know, I think there's going to be lots of goals, lots of shots on. We've got Dane back in net, I'm fairly sure. And last game, Charlie played with the Canberra Brave. Yep. And that was a pretty close game.
It was,
when you consider like the strength of the Brave.
Yeah.
So I think it should be good.
Well, CBR Brave is now the very first team to lock in a finals spot. So they're in the finals. And congratulations to the Brave. It is an incredible achievement. They're way up there with 53, 54 points, and that's well clear of the next person. Next team, I should say. So congratulations to the Brave. But they're not about to step off the gas.
No, not at all
tonight.
And they'll probably be trying out strategies that they want to use in the finals, because you don't want to take something new to finals.
No, definitely.
You want to use what you know works.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think they may be a little bit fatigued after last night, but the team, that's what they train for.
Yeah. So tonight we've got a big show for you. We've got an interview with Joe Terrio just about last weekend's games in Melbourne for the North Stars. We also have an interview with Richie Tsarig. We just caught up with him, had a chat with him about, being named as Skaters Player of the AIHL Player of the Week by Skaters Network this week just gone. And we also have a bit of a fun little stick tape challenge that I did with Dane Davis and Tim Stanger, and I think we'll kick off the today's broadcast with that one. Here's that stick tape challenge. You can't start yet.
He started?
No, stop it. Okay, hi everyone, Ellie Marie Watts here from the Newcastle Northstars. I'm joined by Dane Davis, Tim Stanger. They're going to do the stick tape challenge, answer some questions. Are you guys ready? I feel that Dane already has an advantage. Tim, real quick. Oh, he has got a bigger stick. All right.
One question has that.
Okay, ready, and go. If animals could talk, which would be the rudest? Go, tape. Cat.
Hippopotamus.
What's the weirdest thing you've seen in someone's house?
You don't want to know that.
Weirdest thing you've seen in someone's house?
I don't know.
Tough question. Moving on. What's your party trick? Keep taping. You got to try and beat him. He's cute.
My party trick? Sculling a beer.
Eating the last slice of pizza.
Lovely. What save do you think looks the coolest?
Probably the windmill. It's all about renewable energies.
All right. What shot do you think looks the coolest?
Snapshot.
Favorite song?
Fake Plastic Trees, Radiohead.
Oh, nice.
Knees by Ocean Alley.
Oh, I think Dane's got it. You got it. Dane's got it. When was the last time you taped a stick? Before today.
The year was 1993.
You killed it. You stopped. You had this thing in tape.
Yeah, I'm not a very talented guy.
Thank you so much, guys. I'll let you go to practice now.
Thank you, Alex.
See ya. Lucy with a comment there. I wasn't even born in 1993. Young one. That was a really funny challenge. We're actually going to get Charlie and Dane to do it, but Charlie went out onto the ice practicing. He was very dedicated. So we got sub Tim in, and Tim just seemed to lose the concept of how to do the game. You answer whilst taping. It's a challenge, guys.
He didn't have time to mentally prepare to tape, answer questions, and think of answers all at the same time.
And I said to him after, well, why did you say that about the weirdest thing in someone's house? He says, I'm a painter. I've seen really strange things. Yeah. So he's like, I'm just better at not answering at all. But yeah, that was a funny little pre-practice challenge we got them to do. And yeah, Dane with the win there. Yeah. If not a little bit of advantage, kept going. Well, started before anyway. But
I can't believe his windmill save comment. He is, if you've watched Dane much before, you know it's pretty iconic for him to do it. Yeah. And he's like, he just plays it so cool. He's like, yeah, whatever. And Alex's wife is like, you're just a show-off.
All right, now let's do a shout-out to Alex. A happy birthday to her. Yeah,
so
it's her birthday this week. So happy birthday, Alex, if you're watching. But yeah, let's jump into today. Today is a huge one. So the Northstars are at home after a doubleheader in Melbourne last weekend. They came home with 5 out of 6 points. They got a win against the Mustangs on Saturday with a 6-4 straight out win. And then on Sunday against the Melbourne Ice, it was a 4-3 shootout win. So 5 out of 6 points, 5 very crucial points at this point in the season.
Yeah, definitely. If we didn't get them, it would be a big push to be able to make it. But really, there's such minuscule, there's nothing between the teams. It is so close and so competitive, and teams that you thought may have fallen further behind have just picked up. But it's really good to get a little bit of momentum and to take away with essentially 2 wins from a doubleheader.
Absolutely.
It gives a big confidence boost.
Yeah. So let's talk standings, Lucy. So Northstars are now, they did, after their wins in Melbourne last week, they did jump up to 4. But the Bears, who are on an incredible run at the moment, have their win yesterday has knocked us down to 5th. But we're tied on points with 4. So the Northstars and Sydney Ice Dogs are tied. Sydney Ice Dogs 4th, North Stars 5th, both have 35 points. But in first, it's CBR Brave with 54 points. Perth Thunder in second with 38 points. Sydney Bears 36 points in third. Ice Dogs 35 points in fourth. North Stars 35 points in fifth, and Mustangs in sixth place with 27 points. So those top 5 teams in those top 5, there's a real contest between them. Yeah. So it's not talking about top 4 at the moment. We're talking about top 5. Yeah. And it's really incredible to see the Sydney Bears up there. I love that.
Definitely, yeah.
It's because for so many years it's been CBR, the North Stars. Even though they fluctuate a little bit, but the Sydney Ice Dogs, Perth Thunder. You're up there. Of course, your Melbourne teams are up there too. Yeah. So it does fluctuate a bit, but it's those ones that are really consistent in making finals. So to see the Bears, who haven't been in the finals in what feels like forever, is really cool, and it's fresh. It's great.
It's good for their fans. It's good for the team, and it helps you get better players.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you can show that you've been winning, you can get better imports. You can get better local players. You can try and snag some people from other teams.
Absolutely.
It's really, really important. And this whole season has been thrown on its head to other seasons that we've seen. Everything has been a little bit roundabout. We haven't seen the same teams dominating. We've seen different gameplay than we've seen before. Much higher level of skill. And just some of these imports have just been incredible. So you see Canberra Braves goalie, standout player of the league, really.
And a lot of people are commenting, there is no predicting who is going to finals in September. I think the only team that has been really consistent, really strong, and constantly producing winning results all season is the CBR Brave, and they've cemented that with the first locked-in final spot.
Yeah.
But everyone else has been a little bit inconsistent in pulling out wins. Like bottom level teams and top level teams, they're winning and losing against each other, which in past seasons have been like you go to a game and you expect to walk out with the result you go in with.
Yeah.
But this year's been really, tight and different, and I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think especially with Canberra, I think we're seeing a bit of a snippet of the coach that Rob Stark can be.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's definitely, he's a powerhouse player. He's incredibly intelligent just overall. And as a coach, he brings a lot of enthusiasm, discipline, and gameplay to a team, and I think that they've really taken advantage of that this year. Yeah. They've gotten imports that have gelled well, which is really important. Yeah. And they've just gone win after win and just really pushing harder. Mm-hmm. And it'll be interesting to see whether they keep that lead in coming seasons.
Yeah, absolutely. I know they've been CBR have been searching for a grand final win, for a good couple of years, ever since they became CBR Brave. So, it'll be really interesting to see again how finals go. And if you don't know, finals are the first weekend of September 1 and 2 in Melbourne. Yes.
It always helps teams to, in all senses, and as a league that's still up and coming, you want all teams to achieve success. Yep. Just to continue to be able to grow the league. Helps to get sponsors, helps to get better players, helps to get better exposure, and it's really good. I'd imagine there's been a lot of money put into Canberra this year as well, and a lot of technology that we haven't seen in ice hockey in Australia before, which is awesome. Yeah. And it just continues to make that more available for other teams. Yeah, absolutely. I think the teams are hitting the ice now for warm-ups. But so this will be the fourth game the North Stars play against CBR. Every team in the AIHL plays a 4-game series, 2 away, 2 home. This is the second game in Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. The CBR have dominated. CBR have dominated this series. It's been 3 games to CBR. Even though there have been close calls, but with the North Stars coming back there. But as you'll hear from Coach Joe Terrio later, he was pretty happy with the North Stars' performance last time down in Canberra. It was a 3-1 loss, but he was happy because it was an all-team performance. Yeah. And that's something he says in his interview, which we'll show later, is if the team do that, if the North Stars do that, put in a full game performance, and take their opportunities, it might be a different result tonight. Yeah, we've seen a few times this year where they've just fallen short, like the North Stars have, where they haven't pushed as hard the whole game. Like you see them come out and they're just powerhouse, going hard, big hits, obviously safe hits, big shots, and really coming out pushing hard to get that win. And other times it's like they can't quite find that push. So it's just about the coaches learning how to channel it, and it's the assistant captains and the captain and really the players all coming together to get that achievement between all of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And tonight is a bit of a special one for Paddy Ward. This is his 150th AIHL game.
Yes.
Which is exciting.
That is so great.
Yeah, definitely. We've got a few scratches tonight from the North Stars. Thomas Lander is out still. Import Thomas Lander. He still has an upper body injury he's just, overcoming. Matt Bettini and Jason Chalker are also out tonight. So other than that, full squad back, the rest of the full squad, I should say, back out there on the ice. We'll see, Sammy Banger, who's having a banger of a season, since joining us. Joe Hacharik, he's, up there leading for the North Stars. Nick Ray and also Bert Malloy. So, it'll be, I think, a really great game tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Definitely. So, going back a little bit to talk about Richie Tasarik, we just mentioned before that he was the Skaters Network's AIHL Player of the Week. Sorry, bit of a mouthful there. Yeah. He had a huge last weekend in Melbourne. He played 2 games. I believe he got 2 goals and 3 assists. So I caught up with Richie earlier this week, and we had a bit of a chat with him just about, Melbourne, about being with the North Stars this season, and as well, I spoke with him about the Mighty Roots. He played with the national team earlier this year, before the season started, and I chatted with him just about the Trans-Tasman series, which was just announced, and that's something that's been happening on and off for a couple of years, but it did happen last year. The Trans-Tasman series is going to be in Queenstown in September. It's where the New Zealand Ice Blacks and the Mighty Roos, which is Australia's national team, play a 3-game series. And yeah, I just had a bit of a chat with him about it, just about what kind of opportunities that provides. So yeah, let's roll that interview. Hi everyone, Ellie Marie Watts here from the Newcastle Northstars. I'm joined by Northstars forward Richie Tasarik. How you doing, Richie?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
So you've had a really big weekend in Melbourne. 2 games, was it 2 goals and 3 assists to be named Skaters Network AIHL Player of the Week. How's that feel?
Yeah, it feels really good. Yeah, I think we worked hard as a team and got the personal reward for that.
So yeah, run us through the games in Melbourne. Mustangs on the Saturday and Ice on the Sunday. Both wins, but the Ice with a shootout. Was it tough down in Melbourne?
It's always tough going down to Melbourne. So obviously it was a great result for us. We came back home with 5 points. Couldn't be any happier. Every time we play down there, it's just it's really nice to play there because obviously the ice rink is really nice, so it makes it feel a bit more special. And yeah, it was really good weekend.
There was a bit of, pressure on the games that, to win them for the points and that sort of stuff. Were you feeling that, or did you just go down there just focused on winning the games?
It was definitely do or die weekend, and the boys pulled it. So yeah, really happy with the results.
And yeah, for you personally, you did have a big game, points-wise, goals-wise, assist-wise. Is it just training to be in the right place at the right time, or just a bit of luck, do you think?
I think we've been training hard, change of formations as well. So, I'm playing with Joey and Sammy Banger. So definitely helped.
You got a big game coming up this weekend against CBR Brave. What are you guys expecting from the Brave?
I haven't played a game against the Brave yet, so I don't know really what to expect. That's probably a good thing. Yeah, I know a couple of guys that I used to play with in the national team, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it should be a good game. Obviously, they're coming first, and we're going to be ready for them. Yeah,
absolutely. And so speaking about another aspect of, your life, you played with the Mighty Roos earlier this year, Australia's national team, and the Trans-Tasman Challenge has been announced. So that's, in Queenstown in September, a 3-game series between the Mighty Roos and the Ice Blacks. What kind of, this series, is New Zealand against Australia. It's always been a bit of a rivalry, but what kind of opportunity does this kind of series provide, do you think?
Obviously, I don't know who came up with this idea, but it's a good idea and a great opportunity for the young guys, they're coming up, so they can be part of the Mighty Roos and see what it's all about. And obviously, in the future, they will work really hard and hopefully want to be part of the team.
There will be a live stream as well of the game, so yeah, if international fans who can't go can kind of watch as well. Like, do you think it's great to see what the other guys, in New Zealand can, what level they play at as well?
Definitely, yeah. It's good to compare as well. And when we go for the Worlds, we don't play any friendly games or anything like that. So it's good opportunity to get a few games under our belt. So yeah, it's awesome.
Beautiful. And yeah, you've been with the Northstars, pretty much all season now. We've got only a few more weeks to go. How has your time with the Northstars been?
Couldn't be any better.
That's why. Well, that was concise. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Richie.
Thank you.
Well, that was a nice what felt like a long chat with Richie. I didn't realise I was talking with him for so long. But yeah, it's interesting what he said. Last weekend's games were do or die.
Yeah.
Which is pretty accurate.
It's the pressure that you need sometimes, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I think tonight's game was also a do or die.
Definitely. And I think if they can get this or get close to this even, I think it'll be a big boost for the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's go straight into the interview I did earlier this week with Coach Joe Gerio, just chatting about tonight's game and what it means. I'll go to that interview now. Hi everyone, Ellie Marie Watts here for the Newcastle Northstars. I'm joined by Northstars coach Joe Terrier. How you doing, Joe?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks.
That's good. You're coming into a game against CBR Brave here at Hunter Ice Skating Stadium off a pretty strong weekend down in Melbourne. 2 games against Mustangs, against Ice, 2 wins, one a straight out one against Mustangs and a shootout win against the Ice. I know you said you wanted to go down to Melbourne and have a strong weekend. Is 5 out of 6 points strong to you?
Oh, definitely. When you get the majority of the points, it's always pretty good. We were shooting for 6. We'll settle with 5. You can't really complain at this point of the season. It's part of the season with missing out on points. So yeah, I think it helped us out pretty big to where we're at. 1 point would have helped us out better, but I'm not going to dwell on the past. We just look towards the future. So
yeah, we are getting pretty close to the end of the season. There's only 4 weeks and 6 games left. How crucial were those 5 points for you guys in terms of standings and maybe morale?
Oh, it's definitely for morale, 100%. Definitely a big push for the boys, a confidence builder. For points for standing, it kept us in the hunt, which is awesome. We know it's a matter of who's going to stick with the pack right now for the final 6. And if we're leading the charge, then so be it.
So we are facing CBR Brave today, Sunday here at Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. CBR obviously are very clearly in the finals. They're, right up the top there. Their team we've really kind of struggled against this season. But you said last time we were down in Canberra that you were pretty happy with the way the team played. Is that right?
Yeah, for sure. Our very first game of the season, our first game of the season with them, we played a pretty decent game, and they did too. They were obviously short imports. We were short players, so you cross that one off. Our game down in Canberra when we had it a couple weeks back, we played a full game, which was really, really good. Obviously, a couple of bounces their way, pushed it down to a 3-1, and then that's what we stretched out to a 4-1. But one big bounce that could have went our way, and it was a 3-2 hockey game. So I'm looking for a completely different team on our behalf on Sunday coming, and to play a full game. Playing here. There's obviously some pros and cons of playing at home, and for Canberra to come up and playing here. So a lot of the guys are fast skaters for Canberra, so giving them more ice time, more room. We just have to nip that in the butt real fast. So.
And so, how are you feeling where the North Stars are on the ladder going into this weekend?
I'm pretty confident. I'm not really one to how other teams fold and how other teams play will determine our future. But that's the way stuff's going to happen for the remainder of the season, and everybody's going to bank on that also. So going in, I'll be happy with walking out with 2 points on Sunday. Like I said, Canberra's a tough team to play. So we'll see how they go. They're going to have a hard battle on Saturday against the Dogs, and we're going to have a nice. Everybody's going to have a nice weekend. So we'll play on Sunday. We'll see how we go.
We have played 3 games in a 4-game series against Brave. This will be number 4. Do you have an idea what they're going to throw at you? You still don't know at this point.
Yeah, again, last time we played them, they were still out with a couple of players. Who knows what they're going to do? Starkey's got a pretty big bag of tricks that he likes to play with. So if they come in, we just play the same mentality. And if we play with our mentality and try to get them to play our game, then I think that will be victorious about it. So
beautiful. Thank you so much, Joe.
No problem.
Well, that was a chat I had with North Stars coach Joe Terrier, and now we're crossing to Peter Lambert in the commentary booth. How you doing, Pete?
Hey, how you doing there?
I'm good. How are you?
Better now, eh?
You're looking amazing, by the way.
Thank you. I grew it out especially for this weekend.
Very 80s. I love it. So, yeah, Pete, we just heard from Joe Terrier there having a bit of a chat about what tonight's game might bring. And, yeah, he's had a couple of really good points. He said he's confident where the North Stars are on the ladder, and they're looking at, a full team game tonight. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think the North Stars have shown what they're capable of. And for me, North Stars have been an underachieving team for a lot of the season. I guess that could be classed as an excuse, but that's how I really feel about it. They've definitely had that depth. They brought in guys like Richie Terrio and Rob Hazelhurst. Richie Tesarik, I'm thinking Joey. They brought in those guys, and that's really added a lot to the team that's already here. Brought back Dane, of course. So as we saw that last game in Canberra, it was pretty close. Canberra were missing some players too, as were we. And now that was one of Sammy's earlier games as well, so he's got kind of a groove now.
Yeah.
We're seeing some more production out of Joe Hartrick, and even Sam Lawson's been chipping in lately. So I don't see this as being an easy win for Brave, and I still think we're a pretty good chance of this one.
Yeah.
And I know the guys will believe that. Look, probably what the North Stars can do if they can shut down that top scoring line a bit, then they have a really good chance, because we've got good secondary scoring. In fact, we've relied on it this season.
Yeah.
And if we can get it from our first and second line, maybe in our third line, which we have a really good third line as well, then we've got a really good edge, a chance to get a win in this game.
Yeah, definitely. So Lucy and I were talking about the standings, just earlier, just about how, it's really a battle between the top 5 at the moment. And how different this season's been in terms of that you can't really pick who's going to finals, minus CBR Brave, who have been really consistent this season. As someone who's been with the league for a good long while now, what's this season for you?
We did see a couple that came down the last weekend. Before 2006 and 2007 come to mind, and the North Stars didn't get into the 2006 finals until the last weekend. I think it was our second last game in Canberra. We got a win against the Knights, which got us in. And then in 2007, the Bears, who were hosting the 2007 final, they didn't get in until their last game, the weekend before the finals. It was in the home rink.
Yeah.
So it just shows that used to be not all that unusual, but once again, it was kind of a select 4 or 5 teams that we're seeing this year. It is a little bit different this year. Last year, Melbourne Ice was so dominant, and CBR aren't that far behind this year, but it's definitely interesting to see 4 teams, not just 1 or 2 or 3, that are really close. We've got 4 teams who are almost on a level at the moment. They've been fluctuating. I think we've all had a chance at second place, and we've all dropped down to 5th at some stage. So it's a really tight little group. It might even come down to tiebreakers. So currently, I know AIHL are reporting us as in 5th, but by IHF rules, we're in 4th because we win a tiebreaker against the Dogs at the moment. It won't matter after today anyway, because that won't matter after tonight's game. But it just shows how crazy it's getting, how close it is this season.
Alrighty, Pete. Well, we'll leave you to it. The game looks like it's about to start, and we'll catch up with you a bit later.
Rock on.
Alrighty, well, that was Peter Lambert in the commentary booth, and this game is about to kick off, so we'll leave you to it. And I'm Ellie.
And I'm Lucy.
Thanks for watching North Stars Live. We'll be back right after the game.
Here come the Braves, and a save there, and they score! So here's Lassen with a shot, and he scores! And he drives it, walking in, he shoots and scores! Mustangs draw first blood! Teresic gets a shot and scores! 4-4! Lachlan going to the net, shoots, and he scores! And then towards Cox, Cox gets a shot away, Davis makes the save, no, it's in! It's in! First take the lead!
Live from Hunter Ice Skating Stadium in Newcastle, this is AIHL TV. The regular season is brought to you by Air Canada, who offer the only daily and non-stop service to Vancouver. For details, visit aircanada.com.au. Owners are a direct infrastructure investor with a portfolio worth in excess of $50 billion. ATC Productions, your live event technical provider. And APA Group, delivering Australia's energy.
Hello and welcome everyone to Hunter Ice Skating Stadium, or should we say Newcastle Wharf Road. What was the name of the rink, Steve?
Yeah, it was Wharf Road. That's
exactly
Wharf
Road
right.
Ice Rink in Newcastle for this 80s revival game here at Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. We got the Newcastle Northstars hosting the CBR Brave here. These two teams, well, one's in the finals, one's close. We'll see how we do tonight. So, very exciting game coming up ahead for us here, Steve.
It'll be very interesting to see who actually is going to come tonight and play. I mean, the Brave in the playoffs really need to cruise, make sure that they're getting to the playoffs with everyone healthy, everyone playing well. Whereas with the Northstars, they're desperado. They have to win. End of story. They have to get points. They have to really bring everything tonight so that actually happens. So it'll be interesting to see which team actually comes tonight and wants to do that.
Two teams really, well, these two aren't particularly close, but as we know, Northstars are in this four-way battle.
Four-way battle.
We've got Ice Dogs, Bears, and the Thunder, the Northstars. So, yeah, really crucial points tonight. At least get something out of it anyway. But really, the Northstars don't want to have to rely on winning on that very last weekend in Perth. Because, if you had to rely on getting 6 points, it'd just be terrible.
Now, one of the things that has been interesting this year for me, Peter, is the absolute strength that the CBR Brave have been able to bring in regards to scoring. I mean, they got 4 guys in the top 8 in the scoring in the league. Yeah. So that is absolutely awesome. So trying to control that with the Northstars, who have had early in the season a little bit of problem with the defensive game, to control that is going to be very, very interesting. I think they've made major inroads over the last couple of weeks so that they're much stronger in their own zone and they're getting out of their zone much faster as well too. So if they can bring that game again tonight against the Brave, then they'll certainly push the Brave all the way and hopefully come out with the W.
Well, the Brave have been, they've only lost a few games this season. I think it was 4 or 5 total. 4 total?
4.
So I thought they might have won all their home games, but that was my Excel errors, that was. So they've actually lost 2 at home and only lost 2 away. It's such a different rink at Phillip compared to a lot of the rest of the leagues. But it hasn't really been a problem for them, partly because they've got players from other leagues and other teams that are already familiar with the big rinks. The big wide rinks, we got a lot more room. They've got a fair few European players. Einar Podzin, for example, he's from the Russian league and played other leagues in Europe. He'd be used to this sort of hockey, and it suits him well.
Well, certainly has been a massive advantage for the Brave in the past, that small rink, and playing the angles and the lighting and everything as well as they have done. But you're right, Peter, they have so many great imports this year who are used to the big ice, so that won't be a problem for them this tonight.
So one name I wanted to mention tonight, Steve, is Mark Rumakainen. So, you know, Mark, people who've been around hockey a long time know Mark because he's probably the only person left now in the league with his return tonight who's played every season right back to 2000, I think.
2000.
He's probably the only. The other person would be Vlad Ruse, but he had a season or two off for his coaching. So as far as a player goes who's played the entire time, he's the only one that I can think of. I just talked to him about the game. So he tore the muscle off his... can't remember the bone, sorry. It was in his...
upper body injury?
It was an upper body injury.
There you go, that'll do.
It was very upper body injury. Yeah, it tore the muscle right off the bone in his arm last year. So he's been... it's great to see him back anyway. It's been almost exactly a year since he injured it. So
I was very surprised to see him on the ice and so happy to see him back because he's a great bloke. Really, really nice guy.
Absolutely. Candice Tan will be seeing Advanced Australia Fair. I think they're all looking at me, Steve.
Why wouldn't they be? You look great.
Just checking out who's starting tonight. So I can see one end we've got Dane Davis, and I believe that's Matt Hewitt down this end here for the Canberra Brave. With so not on tonight, Charlie Smart and Alex Tetro.
Two very, very good young goalies backing up tonight. Alex has done a fantastic job playing for Australia, as well as playing in Canberra for quite some time now, even though he's quite young. And of course, Charlie Smart has been a real welcome addition to the Northstars last year when he came over from Perth, and he's done a great job again this season backing up Dane Davis to get the Northstars in the position where they can actually challenge for these playoffs. So tonight's going to be important, Peter.
I didn't get to see his game when he played in Canberra recently, but I've heard it was one of his best. So just for the imports for the Brave, they have 5 that they're rotating. Of course, Northstars haven't had the use of Tommy Lander for a while with his injury. But so for the Brave, they're playing Channing Bresciani, Chris Lavelle, Trevor Gurley, and Matt Hewitt are their 4 imports. So Matt Hewitt is a very highly regarded goalie from North America. And, of course, Dane Davis, originally Canadian himself.
Well, certainly the Brave have a lot of depth. I mean, to play Joey Hughes on your second line and not on your first line means you got a lot of firepower. And as I said previously, the fact that they got 4 guys in the top 8 is just amazing, So I'm really looking forward to the speed of this game and what they're going to bring right from this puck drop from Mr. Rick West, our referee tonight.
We've got 50 minutes on the clock. We're about to get this one underway, and the face-off is won by the Northstars, and it'll be retrieved by Hazelhurst in his own end. Circles about, looking for some support on the breakout. And he'll reverse, so we'll wait a moment, and it's going up the left wing, tapped, and a nice tap pass, and a cross ice, and picked up by Richie Tesarik. Now it's Banga, so we have a change of lines here. He's out. We've got Tesarik out there with Hacharik. That's going to make you a real mouthful today.
Yeah, but it's a great change for the Northstars because you've got a guy that really loves shooting the puck in Tesarik. So with Banga and Hacharik passing the puck around to him, with a bit of luck, we'll see some goals.
Bailey Kabara gets a touch, but the Northstars trying to bring it back in. They've got plenty of pressure, though, from the Brave, and that's gone past the player, and the Brave will pick it up.
That's what he does.
Well, he does, goes to pick it up. So a nice pickup from Adelaide last year for the Brave. Massive bit of depth. He's got heaps of speed and just has that scoring touch.
Oh, he's a great player. He's a fantastic player. The pleasure of coaching him in 2009 just in Taiwan. Fantastic kid.
Up the wing they go. No, broken up by the Brave. They get it out into central ice on the second attempt, and Richie Tesarik has lost that in some feet. And there's plenty of traffic in the neutral zone so far, so both teams kind of clocking it up at the moment. Into the zone goes Joey Hughes, 21. Drops it off. There's a weak shot on net, but it's stopped by Dane Davis there with 13:33 left in the first.
Yeah, and why not put a bit of pressure on the Northstars and just throw the puck at Davis? I mean, Davis bobbled the rebound there, so anything could have happened from it. So it was a pretty clever play, actually, from Pierre-Daniel Goranson.
Petey Goranson, another pickup from Perth. Shot from the point, and that's off a skate, so it doesn't make it through to Davis in the corner. And the rebound gets right by Hayden Sheard. It's fired out of the zone and picked up by Petey Goranson, we just mentioned, in the neutral zone. And there's a shot on net and a stop by Davis. Another shot and another. No, it's a goal! Brave score soon, just a couple minutes in. 13-15 in, and the Brave are up 1-0. Just that rebound.
Unlucky for Davis. I mean, he had the initial shot, but unfortunately the rebound came out. And sitting right there was Casey Kabara and just buried the puck. He's a goal scorer. He knows where the net is. He knows where to put it in.
Big celebration here from the Brave. Hewitt's into it. Is that an 80s thing?
Jeez.
He's loving the music.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's bopping away.
Well, the Brave will be very happy with that. I mean, to score inside 2 minutes into the game, it's going to put anybody on a high and get the momentum going. It's up to the Northstars now to bounce back from that.
Here we'll see the original shot and the save, and quick fire on net, and that was one that got through Davis on the second attempt. Back underway, and that puck is out of play. No, it's offside. We've got 13:05 left in the first.
One of the other changes the Northstars have made tonight is they've put young Hayden Sheard on the second line to try and get a bit of speed, a bit of aggression going, because certainly Hayden doesn't mind throwing his body around. And he's got a great shot as well too, so it'll be interesting to see how they use him tonight.
Back on the way, and North Stars have the puck. They've won a few of these face-offs so far. That lob shot on net and stopped by Hewitt, and he'll knock it down for, that's Bailey Cabarro. We've got 3 of them tonight to choose from. Cut off by the North Stars and out of the zone. Yes, they do. It's bouncing off the boards and a foot race on, and it's won by the Brave. Skating to it is Bailey Cabarro. Hard hit against the boards, and the boards hold. That's right on the weak spot there.
Yeah, Briciano showed some speed to get in front of Pat Naden there to take the puck away from him, because Naden's got a lot of speed. But just the whole game so far, this confidence that is coming from the Brave is unbelievable. Hewitt grabs the puck, drops it, makes a pass. They're out of the zone, bang, like that. Phenomenal. They really have a lot of confidence.
That confidence really feeds their game, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Fight on net there. Another lob shot by Hazelhurst, and they get a face-off in Hewitt's end. They'll be to the left of him here with 12:29 left in the first.
Yeah, clever play. Dump the puck in, get a face-off, get an opportunity to win it, because the North Stars have the number 1 line on the ice, and certainly Joe Hacharik can win a face-off. If we can get it back there to Hazelhurst, we might get a good shot here.
Newcastle win the face-off, but we've got plenty of traffic from the Brave. Shot hits a player, and it's kept in the zone, and Hacharik is waiting to see what Harvey will do. Matt Harvey, known as a Wombat camera. Oh, that was a little off target, but bang, nearly got a touch on that to redirect. But the Brave will get it out of their zone, and up they go the left wing into the zone carried by Daj into the corner. He tweaks and gets past the player, tries to bring it around in front, but it's cut off by the fence. He's got a battle now with Hazelhurst. These 2 Australian Mighty Roos players up to the point. Shot on net and a save by Davis. He can't find, but his D has, and they'll button hook to get out of the zone. Try the right wing. Big hit, centre ice. Tasarik comes together with
Goranson. Big hit.
P.D. Goranson. So couple of big guys, couple Aussie player teammates as well. And we got our first penalty, Steve.
We have an interference call coming up.
On PD.
Goranson has taken it. Must have been the hit, obviously.
So he must have moved to cut him off. Yeah, I guess the puck wasn't close enough to be judged as in play. So we'll have a power play for the North Stars.
Well, the North Stars have had to throw the second unit on now. The first unit obviously was just on the ice when that all happened. So hopefully we'll get a couple opportunities then, and then they'll throw the first unit on quickly.
One of the biggest difference with these 2 teams, Steve, is the Braves power play. It's 24.5%. North Stars is about 16.5%. So we're way behind them on those power plays. Yeah,
it's that lack of shooting, I think, sometimes, which can lead to that.
We'll see what they do with this one. Face off, Girling wins that, and Hewitt passes it, just sauce onto the stick of Hughes. And that's tossed in deep for the North Stars defence, and that's Bert Malloy will pick it up, and he's knocked down hard by Joe Hughes.
Wow.
Loose in front. There's a save, one save, second save, or it didn't make it. But it was not a goal, so that was desperate stuff for the North Stars. And
Lindsay just got his stick to that, otherwise it was going in over the top of Davis, had gone down to the ice, so big pressure here from the Brave.
This is what you would not call a good power play from the North Stars. In fact, they're under pressure here from the Brave, even though they've got a man up.
I just need to settle down.
Yep, just one mistake caused a cascade of issues there. Into the zone. It's cut off by the stick of who's number 4? We got Chenny Bresciani, and a shot on net, and it's off a stick, goes wide. Kept in by Malloy, so Lawson there to help out. And he's out there with Jones and Naden. So that's a pretty handy line. Shot on net off the stick and up into the netting off the Hewitt. We've got to stop a play. 55 seconds left of power play for the North Stars.
Yeah, the Brave, they're just monstering North Star players all over the ice. I mean, getting that confidence. How good was our goaltender tonight, Hewitt, when he grabbed the puck, put it down, passed it straight over to the right in front of his own net to get the puck out of the zone.
One-handed.
Unbelievable.
Face off. That one's won by the Brave, and Harvey will fire it around the boards. Kept in by Rob Hazelhurst, and it's gone under the stick of Benga. Now he'll get it back from Hacharik. Hacharik there to help out, but that's up into the boards from Harvey, and he's got 2 red jerseys to deal with, but he's in the battle. Hacharik gets some help from Tessarik. No, it's kept in though by Hazelhurst, and Hacharik now looking for some help. He's in the office. We'll get it to the half boards. Coming in is Banker sneaking in to the slot. Hacharik and he swap positions. In close and kept out by the Brave, and they've got a burst of speed up The middle. Looking to pass inside. And Brave have control, and we've got 10 seconds of power play remaining for the North Stars, but it's not been that happy one. They have a bit of a chance here, though. Here comes Tasaric. He hands it back. We've got Hazelhurst coming in, takes a shot off a player, and that's bouncing around, and we've got a 2-on-1 now with the Brave away. Trevor Girling's a dangerous guy to shoot, and he makes a save.
Wow, Davis, brilliant.
Davis flashes the glove to stop that one when Girling was away. Another chance for the Brave. So much confidence. And that one's gone wide. Down ice it goes and be picked up by the Brave. And they've got numbers already in the zone as Newcastle were changing. Malloy, though, takes the man off the puck. And that the Brave can't keep it in the zone, and we're in neutral ice now into the Brave end, as I can see Shane Southwood gets a shift. Joey Hughes spins around, gets around a couple of players, but has to hand it off, and Malloy will have it for the North Stars off the boards. Good a nice play. Bounce to Southwood. He's got no one with him. He shoots and scores!
Holy moly, Southwood! What a goal!
There's that secondary scoring.
Which is so important to the North Stars, and what a great play by Bert Malloy to throw the puck up the ice, and then for Southwood to come in. But, you know, Pete, he shot the puck.
Yes,
that was so
he did
good.
Shoot the puck, yeah.
He just wanted to put it out the net. He did, and it just went over Hewitt's shoulder. A really good goal, and that's what the North Stars needed to put them back into this game.
He was just willing to shoot. He didn't have a great angle, and they probably didn't take him as seriously with that. You know, a third-line player and had a bad angle. But that's where Rob Hazelhurst scored all his goals this year.
Sometimes confidence can lead to overconfidence.
Yes,
Maybe Hewitt didn't know, I've got this, no problem. But no, Southwood did a great job.
We've got a one-all game, and that was around about 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first, and we're back underway. The Brave have a touch, and that's into the Newcastle zone for Matt Lindsay to retrieve. Around the boards it goes, cut off at the half boards, and Tim Stange will bounce it off the boards, thrown into the zone, and Brave will get a touch. And that's Peter Goranson working with his teammates to try and get it out. Kept in by Tim Stanger. Hayden Dawes, the other big Canadian Australian.
Again, the way
the zone goes Joey Hughes. A shot and a save by Davis.
The way they put the puck across their own net to the far guy on the blue line so they can get out of their zone has worked so well for them tonight. The North Stars are going to have to cut that off.
That's a dangerous play, but yeah, when you get it right every time, it can pay off, can't it?
And they're getting it right every time. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's it. It's confidence helps your game so much. Newcastle struggling to get it through the neutral ice. And we've got bodies bumping around here, and who's going to win the battle? I think North Stars eventually got it away. Hacharik into the zone. Button hooks along the blue line, perfectly weighted, but it's stuck in the snow at the corner, and it'll be chipped in by Dave Ferrari. We've got Harvey battling with Tasaric for the puck, and now is it Hazel? No, it's Spanga.
Yeah.
With Mittenen.
Nice.
Sharks hand around. Chance loose. Rebound. Great saves by Harvey. Got two buttes there. Hewitt, pardon me. But Hewitt and Harvey both hanging around there.
Boy, you should have seen Dave Ferrari's eyes open up then when he saw he had a shot.
His Christmas had come. He didn't finish there. Kai Mittenen, though, has the puck into the zone. He waits. He fires that just wide of the net. But Brave have some pressure now on the North Stars' end.
Yeah, good sequence there by the North Stars to put some pressure on. In fact, there was three Brave players all trying to bash the puck and clear it in front of Hewitt, but they couldn't.
Thrown on net by Hazelhurst again, and we'll get a face-off with 6:29 left in this first period.
Great passage of play, Pete. I mean, end-to-end action that was. But, I mean, the North Stars are skating now a lot better than what they started the game. They seemed to be a bit flat when they came out, but now the goal, and the goal normally does, puts a lot more step in you.
Well, we've seen the neutral zone being a bit of a battleground so far. Looks like North Stars are kind of winning more than they're losing there, but Brave are so quick on the counter is the problem.
They just got to stop that transition from defence to offence that the Brave are doing so well.
That pass is cut off by Paddy Ward, playing his 150th tonight. Congrats to him. Pass inside, and Davis has to track that. I'm not sure if it went through the blue plane, but it's pretty close. Thrown up ice there by Hazelhurst, and I believe Newcastle got a touch. Won't matter because it's not going to make it that far, and Bally Kubara will send his teammates up ice, and Trevor Girling will carry it in. He takes a quick shot, and it's just wide and high at the top corner. Borough again. That's Bailey. Around the boards it goes. Newcastle can't cut that off, and it's gone into the corner.
Oh, good.
Coming away with it there is Daj. Gets it to the point. Long shot and into the glove of Davis with 5:39 left in the first.
And that's exactly what the North Stars needed. Just throw the puck into Davis, let him catch it so that we can catch our breath, because that was a long shift for the boys. That line had been down here battling hard to try and get a shot away, and then they had to do 45 seconds of D-zone work. So that was a good play for the North Stars. Now all they need to do is win this face-off and get it out.
Back underway, and Brave have won that face-off though. It's cut off. Bailey Kabara's pass is cut off by Hamish Powell, who lost his pretty nose last weekend. Oh, good pass, and the North Stars are into the zone, but a bit of work to do there, Jones. They had plenty of traffic to get through. That's chipped out with confidence by Chenny Bresciani, and the Brave will get it out of their zone. Hughes carrying up the left wing. Going across the other side. Waits. They're making Davis move, but Newcastle defence have stolen the puck away. So they're doing the right thing as far as moving the goalie around, but it cost them the puck.
Risky play by Lindsay, but I mean, if you do it right, it looks fantastic, and that's exactly what he did. Broke that 2-on-1 up perfectly.
Wilson breaking up this play, but we've got 3 white jerseys there. They're very keen for the puck, the Brave.
Oh, look at this again. Unlucky. Certainly coming a lot more speed through the neutral zone than North Stars now.
Bresciani deking back and forth, but he's deked his own team, and they're offside with 4:43 left in the first.
Yeah, I like the structure that we've got in the neutral zone, in that we're playing together, so everyone's supporting everybody. We don't actually have a stretch player, which the Brave have been doing, and it's been working for them, there's no doubt about that. But support is a lot better because you've got more options then, so I do like what they're doing.
Right. Do you think the Brave are willing to gamble a bit with their stretch play?
Oh, at the moment, why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
I mean,
they've got nothing to lose.
They've got absolutely nothing to lose.
Doesn't matter if they lose or not tonight.
I'm sure the story in the dressing room, let's have fun tonight, boys.
Yeah, why not? To the point, and kept in by Goranson. But he's not got it this time. He'll get the pass away, but there's a bit of traffic there from the deal. Some nice moves there by Girling. Some fancy stick handling. It's loose to the right of Davis, but picked up by North Stars defence. And the red jerseys will get it out off a bouncing off a stick there and into the Brave zone. Banger for checking, but Brave have turned that around. Newcastle, though, get possession and they'll throw it in deep. And that missed the player, so we've got icing called on the North Stars with 4:02 left in the first.
But again, it was good play there. It's nice support. Roubaix just unfortunately didn't quite hit Tessaric on the tape with the pass, but I mean, it was a good play. They were supporting each other, they were there. So, and I'm not too worried because Tessaric always wins his face-off. I've just put the mock on him.
He's better than half, but we'll see if we put the commentator's curse on him.
Unlucky.
Yeah, it's your fault, Steve. Mm-hmm. From the point, through a screen, and Davis makes a save. Difficult through that screen.
Yeah, Davis is looking pretty good. I mean, that first shot and goal was very unlucky because he couldn't quite control the rebound. But really, the rest of the time, he's been square and he's been holding it. There hasn't been the rebounds that came at the beginning.
Back underway, Newcastle win that. They chip it out, but it's been chipped back in by the Brave.
What stick control there by Tessaric.
Tapped in by Banga as he had some traffic to deal with at the blue line, being Matt Harvey. And Harvey now gets another touch. We'll get to Girling. Into the zone he goes. And he's got 2 defenders going to steal the puck from him. Around off the boards it goes, but the Brave might pick it up. Newcastle need to hit some of these passes a bit better. Want to win this game. Malloy cuts that pass off and will be picked up by Lindsay deep in his own end. He'll get back to Malloy. It's cut off though. Brave have a chance in close. Shoots and scores! As you said, Steve, whoops.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it looked like a bit of a blind pass from here, and the Brave were there waiting for it. Just skated off Malloy, so they actually had it. Unfortunately for Lindsay, who just didn't get through to his defensive partner. Not sure where the call came, but that's the problem with the Brave. You give them just a little tiny bit, and bingo, they've got you. And I mean, getting the pass to a guy straight in front of the net.
Just seeing that replay there, I didn't pick up who the player was, but he saw the reverse coming and came in with some speed and beat Matt Lindsay to the puck.
No, it was a great play by the Brave.
It was probably Bert Malloy's mistake there and didn't check to see what was behind him when he made that pass. He'll be keen to get that one back.
Well, the North Stars bounced back quickly previously, so I'm pretty sure they can do that again.
We'll get a chance now. A shot on net and a save by Davis. He'll give him a chance.
Yep. And that's
down to the last 3 minutes.
That's what I was talking about, Davis. Just then, sure, there was a rebound, but it was totally in control. So he was dropped it at his feet and was able to cover it up. Whereas early in the game, he was struggling a bit with those. So it's a great recovery to come back. Braves sort of running out of numbers, not realising they need to have 5.
Newcastle win their face-off, but it's gone through and into the corner. So they reverse, and this time it's successful. There was a Brave player trying to steal. And very clever at that tonight. Into the zone goes Banga. He gets through a couple of players. Can't get through that many, but it's kept in by the North Stars. Ferrari fans.
Oh, twice.
Second time. There's a hole on that stick. Get another one, Dave. Nick Reve, his twin, into the zone. And it'll be picked up by Bailey Kabara. Gets it to his D partner. Jones checking, and that's thrown down ice, bouncing around for Hazelhurst, who'll just hockey shot it out. He has, by the way, played plenty of field hockey. His family field hockey players. Chance for Girling, but it's knocked off his stick as he tried a couple of fancy passes to himself.
Well, Lawson did a great job blocking that shot in the end, so he put everything on line there.
Lifting the stick is what you got to do with a man's right in front of the net.
Oh, nice
so
play.
Stars,
here goes Hayden Sheard.
Hayden Sheard's all alone, but he's got Harvey to deal with. He centers it, it's loose.
Oh.
Jones can't steal it away in time. And jammed in close, and Jones will get possession again. So Brave have got to get organised here.
Oh, unlucky.
And they do. It's cut off there by Daj, and they'll get another chance as Girling loses the puck now to Lawson. Lawson into the zone. Streaking to net as Jones.
Ooh.
Loose and saved by Hewitt. Now it's Bresciani in the corner against Lawson.
Oh, jeez, what a pass.
Cut off and neutralised by Hazelhurst, and Zane Jones couldn't pick it up. He was still offside, and instead it's an icing. So it's either choose an icing or an offside.
Yes.
Deliberate, probably would have been deliberate offside then too, so they end up in the same place.
I'm very impressed with Hewitt, the way he actually got his pad to that last play then. When Lawson came over the line with Jones going straight hard to the net, and the deflection came off the Brave, but Hewitt was there to get it. He's switched on tonight.
Newcastle with some good D there, putting plenty of pressure on the man at the point. Brave getting organised and neutralised, and they'll come in now, and that's Girling passing inside. North Stars boxing them out for the moment, and a long distance shot on net, and it's put the man down. And Sam Lawson's taken that in the foot, and he's going to struggle to get off ice. He's getting off with 1 foot. And replacement on the ice, and we've got an offside anyway, so that was helpful from the Brave for the North Stars with 47 seconds left in the period.
What I love about Sam Lawson is that he's not afraid to throw his body in front of shots. The trouble is, though, we don't need anyone to get hurt, so he's very, very unlucky. But just a boomer, absolute boomer that Goranson let go. So
face-off is won by the Brave, and Girling will throw it in on net and kept down and deposited by Davis, one of his players. Banga can't get it off the boards, and it goes around the other side for Tasarik, and he'll get it off the boards and down ice, and nicely weighted as well.
Ooh, jeez.
Desperation there from Hacharik to get to the puck first. Newcastle do get in there quickly, but Brave are quickly away up the other way. Drag move there by Lavelle, 48.
Yep.
He's got some nice hands. And they're so confident they're willing to use them at the moment.
North Stars may have just got away with that play.
Yeah, I think you're right, Steve. Shot on net, a long distance one, and a save by Hewitt at the 5-hole. Steal by Banga on Harvey, but Harvey will get it back, and that's the period. So at the end of this first period, we have a 2-1 lead for the CBR Brave over the Newcastle North Stars. So, Steve.
Well, a good period. That was a really, really good period. I mean, I think there's no doubt that the Brave deserve the 2-1 lead at the moment because they're playing really, really, really well. They're getting out of their own zone so quickly. They're very, very comfortable and confident to make that play across their own net to the guy on the far side. So they're playing with a lot of confidence. So they probably deserve the 2-1 lead. But I am really happy with the North Stars the way they came back from both goals because it would have been very easy just to, forget it. But no, they've pushed. They got it one back to make it 1-1. They just got to keep pushing now to get the second one back.
All right, and Well, what's Rob Stark got to do? Just sit back and relax? Or?
Well, I mean, you're leading, right? So, and the way the boys are playing, we've seen Hewitt. He's got a huge smile on his face and the goals for the Braves. So, I mean, obviously they've come here to have a good time. They won last night, so really for them, they stayed up here in the Hunter Valley today. So last night, I should say, and today. So they're having a great time, and it shows in their hockey. I mean, they're loose, they're throwing the puck around. Some really, really good battles that the Brave have won. But the North Stars haven't given up. They kept battling, they kept pushing. And as I said, it's that push on the second period that's going to determine whether they stay in the game or whether the Brave can run away with it. I don't think the Brave can run away with it. I think the North Stars have got something to prove here.
Well, the North Stars don't really have an option. They need to get some points out of tonight. Otherwise, it just becomes too hard. We have to expect to go on a big run against everybody else.
Yep.
So, definitely some pressure on them, but that hopefully will feed them. And we'll see how they go with it now.
Well, just got to cut down the mistakes. I mean, the reverse pass behind the net that led to a guy standing in front of the net, and they fed it to him, and he put it away straight away. The first goal for the Brave was just a little bit unlucky. A rebound from Davis, and Case Cabarra is there to put the rebound away.
Yep.
But, I mean, it's just cutting the mistakes. I mean, the Brave are so good that if you give them an opportunity, they're going to punish it. So we just got to cut down the mistakes.
Do you think all the talk, I mean, we're doing it now, and we keep on hearing about how great this Brave team is this year. Do you think that's going to cause them damage in the end? Do you think it's too much?
Well,
will it be a weakness for them?
Well, as a North Star supporter, I hope so. Nah, look, I'm only kidding. I don't think so. I mean, they've got such a great man, Rob Stark, coaching them. I mean, he's very grounded. He's played a lot of years in the AIHL. He's got his number hanging from the rafters here at the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. I mean, he's been around a long time. He knows playoffs. He's won grand finals, he's won good all cups, so he's really done it all. So he'll keep them grounded, Peter.
Well, Rob Stark's first season here, the team like the Brave was the North Stars. They only lost outright one game all year. It was here against the Ice Dogs, and they lost the final.
Yeah.
So he knows what it's like to have a team like that was dominant throughout a season and then couldn't finish it.
Another story, 2009. We were in the grand final against the Adrenaline, and the Avalanche was probably in those days. Can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And went to sudden death, and unfortunately came off Rob Stark's skate and went in the net, and Adelaide won. Yeah. So, he knows the highs, he knows the lows. He'll keep this team focused.
Well, we're going to cross over to Ellie. She's got an interview for us now, so we'll see you guys soon. Oh, we're waiting. Sorry, we're waiting on an interview. So keep talking, Steve.
Well, I'll tell you how bad I felt that year in 2009 when we went down, because in 2008 we'd been so dominant in the league, the North Stars. So it was a real shame that we didn't win that year. But what I was getting at is that Rob Stark is such a professional person, as well as a player, as well as a coach. So if you want anyone to keep you focused on the end goal, you want Rob Stark to be doing that. So the Brave are very lucky they got him.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, a tremendous asset for them. And he's enjoying himself as well, and that's going to rub off on the players.
And look at the guys that got around him. Wahib Darj, probably arguably one of the best Australian forwards playing in the league. Joey Hughes has been around for a while. Was
probably the person you'd pick as best before. But now it's still pretty close to the best.
Absolutely. So all the Cabarra boys, I mean, they're all great hockey players. I've had the pleasure of working with all of them at some stage during my career. So, I mean, they're all great people. They're all great hockey players as well, too. And I'm not surprised that Casey Cabarra scored that first goal. That's what Casey Cabarra does. He loves scoring goals. And he's so smooth around the net. So whenever a rebound was going to come, he was going to be on top of it and doing it. So great credit to them. So they've got great defense. Really good defense. I haven't seen Hewitt play at all this year, and in net he's very loose.
It's hard to get. He's enjoying himself. He parties after every goal at the moment. So
wow, hasn't he? He's been celebrating something fierce. So obviously he's really enjoying himself. But I mean, he's really good as well too. He's square. I mean, the goal that Southwood got on him was a really great play in that he shot the puck at the net. And I'm not sure if it hit anything. I don't know. But obviously Hewitt wasn't ready, and it went over his shoulder into the net. But again, he just waved it off. Unlucky. All right.
Stop the next one.
That's right.
And the one after that.
And that's what you want in net. If you're going to be a focused team that goes all the way, you want a goaltender that sits there and just shakes those off and moves on. And they're also very lucky because Alex Tefferolt is a great kid as well that's playing for them as a backup. So if Hewitt does go down, I mean, they've got good goaltending behind them. So
well, that's that same sort of attitude is what Dane Davis is famous for. He talks about Martin Brodeur as his favourite goalie, and he was famous for the same sort of that mental strength of the ability to shake off what happens around you and move on.
Yes.
And that's really been also Davis's strength, and that's who he models it on. I think we're seeing that over and over again. If he lets in a goal, he'll shake it off and he'll save the next one.
Absolutely.
All right, well, looks like we couldn't get everyone for interviews, so what we'll do is we'll instead take a break, and we'll be back for the second period here at Hunray Skating Stadium with the Brave 2 lead. Yeah, I'm from the 80s. Couldn't count back then.
Doing 2-1.
Northstars 1.
Yes.
We'll see you in the second soon.
Born here with the Newcastle Northstars. I'm here with Joe Terry, one of our head coaches. We're 2-1 against the Canberra Brave, just falling behind. What do you think about the first period?
Yeah, we played a really good, played a really good 15. We had a couple laps and judgments, but we'll work off that counter in the second.
So, what do you think is the biggest threat from the Brave?
Look, they're pretty deep. They're a deep team, and they come in there pretty quick. So we just have to play smart hockey, man-to-man hockey, and hope for the best.
That was a beautiful goal from Southwood, and we're looking forward to see what happens in the second period. Thanks, Joey.
Thanks.
Welcome back, everyone, to Hunter Ice Skating Stadium for the second period here. The Newcastle Northstars are hosts. They're behind 2-1 versus the CBR Brave. We've had a fast and intense first period, Steve.
Oh, yes.
So we had a goal from the Brave off a rebound, and the Northstars came and sniped one. Shane Southwood with that goal. And then a bit of a mistake for the Northstars. The defensive pair there turned it over and gave a pretty easy goal to the Brave to put in. But heaps of intensity. I don't know. I think they kind of, well, I mean, obviously Brave ahead, but we haven't seen. It's definitely looking. A lot of the time, it's pretty even. Brave have just got the confidence at the moment.
Yeah, well, the Brave have also been pressuring, I think, Dane Davis in the North Stars net probably a little bit more than what the North Stars have been pressing Elliott. And that needs to change around. I mean, I'm sure the dressing room would have been fairly tense in the North Stars room because they know how much is on the line here. Yeah. So they really need to get 3 points. 2 would be lovely, but 3 is really what they want. So they're going to have to get the second goal as quickly as possible, pressure as much as they can on the Brave, and then try and get in front. And we've got the scoring power to do it. We've just got to get the guys to keep shooting the puck at the net, and good things are going to happen.
Defense, Sharrock and Banga, and those guys are due. Like they're due for some goals.
And they've been pressuring pretty well. Just that we haven't been pressuring at the net. We've been pressuring in the zone well, keeping the puck in. The D up high have been doing a good job throwing the puck back in again, but we're not putting a lot of pressure on Hewitt in the net. That's really what has to change.
Let's see what they can do now. They've got 15 minutes on the clock, and Rick West has the puck. We're not very far away now from starting this second period.
Just sort of throwing the puck around a little bit just to see how wet it is out there and see whether we're ready to start.
Well, Daddy's Revival is going to treat here, Steve. We've got plenty of people dressing up in the stands.
Actually, apparently I've disappointed a few people because they really thought I was going to come and dressed as AC/DC as Angus or something like that, so they're really disappointed.
You are a bit of an AC/DC fan.
Just a little. Just a little.
And we're about to start. Rick West is a puck. And the face-off, I can see Hacharek at our side. Who we got on the other side? Girling. No, it's Levay. Newcastle win that, and up the right wing goes Tesserick. He'll drop it in, and nearly a home goal here. It looked like the looks like
it did not bounce.
Took a shot on his own. Did
not bounce like the Brave thought it would.
No. Loose puck and picked up by Hazelhurst. Fortunately for the North Stars, he's so mobile and fast and pivots like a figure skater. Brave are into the North Stars zone. The pass is cut off, but they have been forced wide. And they're going to move the puck around a little bit. Is Daj. Gets to the point, it's loose, but it dribbles to the North Stars defence, and Reve will play it safe and send it around the boards. Cut off at the blue line and stopped by Davis with 14-18 left in the second period.
Well, the first thing I noticed just then was that the North Stars, with the D pair, were going wide to cut off that long pass that the Brave were getting in the first period. They were able to shut that down in that quick little passage there. And North Stars making a quick change now to get slightly different strengths out there. I guess they want Davis to take this face off.
We've got Lawson and Jones reunited. So these two big Canadian kids, Alberta kids.
Nice stick by Tim Stanger.
And they're out with Tim Stanger, who doesn't mind throwing the body around too. He puts a quick shot on it, and it's a save there by Hewitt.
Good play. Great play there by young Tim Stanger to, one, put his stick in between the passing lane so that knocked that puck down so he could go for it, and then to get the race, because he is so fast. Tim Stanger is so quick.
He always was known for his speed.
Absolutely, and then get that shot away was great. I always wanted him to play as a defenseman, though, not as a forward, so... But he liked the glory of scoring goals, so he went and played forward.
They all do, Steve.
Oh, they all do.
To the blue line and fired on net by the North Stars, and it's gloved away by Hewitt into the corner. Kept in by the North Stars, but only, the Brave will chip it out. And they've got some numbers.
Nice play.
Inside, but Davis there is wise to it, and it's picked up by Lawson. Brave will keep it in, though. And an attempted shot is fanned on a little there. That was Casey Kubara. It was off the heel, so stop and play. Net is loose.
Yeah, it was very lucky there for the North Stars that Casey Kabara couldn't get all his stick on that one-timer, because Davis is a bit slow coming across the net, and if he could have got it, who knows what would have happened.
Southwood will take that face-off. He's the lone goal scorer for the Northstars tonight. Scored in that first period after the Brave got there first. And he wins the face-off, but Kubara will pick it off and send it back to his defenseman. Spinning about is Bresciani. He's keeping two Northstars busy. They're going to go low, and Newcastle will separate the man from the puck, but there's lots of help coming in here with heading, pinching in. And Tyler Kubara as well. Gets a bit of work from Southwood. Malloy waits, he gets a long pass, and it's just under the stick of, that was Liam Waring, 27. The pass goes to the Northstars, and Malloy has to wait for his players to get onside, so we'll throw it back in, and Naden goes back where he came from into the Brave zone.
Great speed there and great timing, so he was able to get to the puck and now start this battle down the corner.
So he's in the dominant position if he can get there in time, and he did with a burst of speed. And that's icing called on the Brave. And it's as close as we've seen as a mistake from him for sometimes too.
Yeah, well, they understood they were under pressure then. That came from Pat Naden being so quick to get back into the zone with his timing when he did that big crossover circle to come back again. So Bailey Kubara wasn't able to clear it. So now we have a face-off. Now we've got the right guy, Hacharek, to take it. We just need a goal, Peter.
To the blue line, kept in, quick shot on net, and it's blocked aside there by Hewitt. It did get through the screen. Revay there with a shot at the half board. Sarek will unload it. Maybe it's Bangasara. Newcastle have some numbers around the net, and Brave will kind of load up on one side, but it's kept out of the blue paint. Banker does a button hook, look for some ports, fakes, sends it down low instead, and Newcastle trying to get a quick shot on net from a cute angle, but it's picked up by the Brave instead.
Good pressure here by the Northstars. They're cycling the puck well, and the Brave don't have an answer at the moment.
Got the puck now. They can't get it away from Richie Sarek. They're breaking it up now mid-ice.
Bailey Kubara.
Fakes, and now Casey's going to drive the net. No, it's Tyler, that one. Quick shot on net, a save by Davis. Mitten is there to pick it up. And I think the net's off as Davis tries to grab that. We've got a stick inside the skate.
Now, good desperation there by Davis to try and grab the puck. I mean, again, just bounced slightly away from him, but he threw everything to try and get it, and unfortunately dislodged the net whilst he was doing so.
Yeah, it hit his pants, I think, because he was diving pretty close to his net. And that was enough to dislodge it. So we've got a face-off to the left of Davis right now with St. Jones taking it. And he's won it. It's picked up by Hazelhurst.
Good to see Sam Lawson on the ice as well too. He's obviously shaken off that shot that he took in the foot before.
Yeah, that was smart, but you just got to keep the skate on and hope for the best when you take it off eventually. Braver into the Newcastle zone. Hazelhurst will go wide. Nice pass inside and a shot and a save there by Davis, and another shot on the rebound by Daj, but Davis has it.
I like the way Daj always does stuff while he's in motion. So he came down hard and everyone was expecting him to maybe take a shot, but he just made a little flick pass back. So just clever. Very, very clever.
He's still got a shot away at that angle. Just try it again. So he doesn't give up on the play, and that's a key point for real successful players. Lawson now on the puck. Tries the right wing and just gets by Hayden Sheard. Brave will win that puck and they get it out of their zone. It's in neutral ice. We've got a battle right now for the puck. Sam Lawson will chip it in as he crosses the red line, and Hewitt's out to play it to his defence. Aggressive forecheck by the Northstars. And I think that's bounced up and hit the player, but it's fallen offside on Newcastle.
No, it's gone up into the netting off Paddy Ward, so there's a face-off just outside the Brave zone there. I loved, again, the pressure that the Northstars are putting on the Brave. The Brave, so far, have started a little bit flat themselves with the Northstars because of the pressure they're putting on, and I'm sure that's what the coaches asked the Northstars to do. We need to pressure right from the word go.
Face-off, won by the Brave, but they're under pressure in their own end. 10:45 left in the second period. Brave lead 2-1. Malloy forced to go wide. Brave, though, don't know that they have the numbers just yet. Girling tries an inside pass and slashing Daj at the stick of Davis. And Davis tells him, I think they're having a joke. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, the puck was just on the outside of the netting there, so he was trying to get it off. And luckily, Dane Davis didn't have any hand or anything there. Otherwise, he would have been chopped off.
It's a good swing. Southwood's been good on the face-off. He doesn't win that one, but
nice.
Maiden helps him and steals it heads up ice. He's going to go the right wing. Quick shot behind the net, banks it off the boards, and we've got to stop a play, which is probably what they wanted.
That's what the North Stars wanted, that quick turnaround, get it down the other end, 4 seconds, no pressure on, but now the pressure is all on the Brave.
To change the lines.
We get an opportunity to put Acharek out there with Banga and also Tesarik, and they've looked very dangerous tonight. Just haven't been able to actually get opportunities around the net, or at the net I should say. Lots of opportunities around the net, but just not at the net.
See how they do now. Brave are waved out. And it'll be Casey Kabara taking the spot. Gets Acharek. Acharek wins that, gets it back to the point. Quick shot on net, and a save by Hewitt. And Banga right there on the doorstep, but Hewitt had it.
Yeah,
10:23 left in the second.
Hewitt was square and saw that all the way, but I like the fact that Malloy just blasted it, because there was a little bit of traffic around Hewitt, so anything could have happened.
Acharek wins another one, and that one's off a skate and wide of the net eventually. And it's into neutral ice, so Newcastle will need to get organised here. Lindsay waits up. He's got a forechecker here in Casey Kabara.
Yeah, unlucky.
Casey's so determined. He gets the puck away. Chance for the Brave as Hughes has the puck. He's driven wide though, and Newcastle will get it back. Tesarik looking for some support. He's going to have to use his D here. Malloy there to help out. And Banga trying to, that's Acharek trying to knock it down. Into the zone comes Dawes. Off his stick, thanks to Acharek, but Brave will keep it in. Dawes gets it back, and that's through a player and out. And well, it's not icing because the Brave actually made that pass.
Look at Hewitt, right behind his net, confident as.
Newcastle have a bit of room, but they've lost the puck, and the Brave will break it out of their zone. Chipped off the boards. Reve, confident move, gets it off, but he's got some pressure coming in now from the Brave, and that's offside. With 9:18 left in the second period. 2-1 lead still for the Brave.
Yeah, again, as I said earlier, Peter, I do like the fact that the North Stars have cut down that long pass that the Brave have had early in the first period to get the puck down and out of their zone. So the Brave have been a bit more uncertain as to how to get out of the zone, a bit more uncertain how to clear the neutral zone, and that's good. The North Stars want to keep asking those questions.
Sam Lawson plays that from the ice as he falls down, but keeps the play alive. Hazelhurst will chip that forward, and Sam Lawson takes the defender into the boards. Foot race, Hazelhurst getting there first, beats Daj, and Nick Reve carries it now through a crowd, just over the stick of Tim Stanger, who's going to squirt down there behind the Hewitt's goal, and Sam Lawson in to help. 22 and 11 do win the puck eventually. Lawson pushed off. Now it's up to Stanger to get it out. Reve's coming in to help.
Nice cycling.
And loose in front, but it's covered by Hewitt with a stopper play and 8:29 left in the second.
There's that cycling down on the right-hand side that really set that up for the North Stars to get the chance. It's just a bit unlucky that the puck wasn't a bit wider or came a bit deeper in the slot so they could get a better shot away than what they did. But again, the Brave, no answers to the pressure that the North Stars are putting on. So really, North Stars will want to be rewarded by that pressure by getting a goal relatively soon, because their push is good. They're doing a great job pressing.
That's it. You've got to execute once you've got the plan in motion.
Correct.
Still 2-1 lead for the Brave. Newcastle have the puck. Bumped off there, and they'll get it back. Newcastle still keeping the puck alive, so it's it's still 5-5, but Newcastle have held the puck for some time here. No, the Brave are going to get it now. They're going to take it out of their zone. A long pass, nearly cut off there, touched there by Lindsay, and Brave will try inside. Another move, backhander, and a save by Davis.
Hughes still on.
Hughes there, so good in that situation. Another one right in close. Boy, keeping the man out of the paint. That's Kai Minton, I think. Through the screen, and it's off a skate and wide. Joey Hughes. Bumped there by Malloy. And they'll chip it out of the zone. Lehman Waring does a nice job of waiting that one. And Matt Hewitt out of the net to play. As you say, Steve, so confident.
Well, again, there's that stretch guy for the Brave. It works for them.
And some desperate defence there from the North Stars pays off as Hazelhurst and Hatchari put their bodies on the line. But the Brave are coming back. They're offside,
Good
though.
call.
We've got players coming in and out of the bench is the problem. And a stopper player with 7:15 left in the second.
When I say good call, I don't mean I'm patting the linesman on the back for a good call, because it was a good call. But
Yeah, well,
the North Stars needed it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there was a lot of pressure on there. The Brave did a great job. And very, very unlucky not to score, perhaps. But good defensive play by the North Stars to keep the opportunity away.
Sure. Pardon me, that's Lavelle with the puck. Brave. Oh, blown a tire, and there's a chance here. Richie Tsarek.
Hasn't got any support.
He's got a little bit of help. Tries to go to the net, and Hewitt makes a save. Daj there down to help out. Bumped off the puck there. Still going as it gets a shot away. Is Lavelle.
Great defence by Hazelhurst there. I mean, he had to throw everything he could at Lavelle if he was going to stop him from getting a chance to get a good shot away, and he did. It was really clever, really clever. That's the speed that Hazelhurst has to be able to negate the speed that the offense has. I mean, he's got one of the fastest skaters in the league.
He's definitely one of the fastest in transition. He's got enormous acceleration. Charik will take the face off to the right of Davis. So Brave have recovered a bit lately. They're starting to carry the play a bit. Definitely getting some good chances. Charik now has to come up against Daj, and that's enough to turn over the puck. Brave again. Nice moves. Backhander. Save Davis.
Well done, Davis.
Girling. So smooth. Another shot. Scores! Daj there from the slot, and just too much movement. And the Braves come up 3-1 here in the second period, 6:26 left in the period.
Yeah, look, I'm sure Dane Davis would like to have that back again, because he was ready for the shot. They just beat him over his glove. He's done a great job stopping the first one, and this rebound came out, and it was a long way away. But unfortunately, he just didn't get an opportunity to get his glove, the blocker side up on that, which is not what the North Stars wanted. A 3-1 lead.
So now they're chasing.
And it's a shame, because they haven't really been rewarded for all the pressure and the efforts they've been putting in, Peter.
No, well, that's what's good about having an import goalie.
Yep.
They make a big difference. That's therefore they're to stop goals, and they do that really well. Another opportunity here for the Brave, and just a touch on there by Kai Mittinen, and that's no problem for Davis with a stop. 6:12 left. It's now a 3-1 lead for the Brave here in the second period.
Kai Minton is a quick skater, so the pressure that was put on him by Hayden Sheard, though, stopped him from getting a good opportunity. So well done to Hayden Sheard to back check as hard as he did.
Face-off won by Mittinen, and that's going to be picked up and turned back by Peter Goranson. But the North Stars have it. Sam Lawson fakes. He'll try a shot now, and it's wide of the net. Brave now will take it wide into the zone, hand it off. Quick shot on net there. Handing hands off to Mittinen. And Newcastle still away. Reve, though, loses the handle, gets it back off his own body, and into the corner. He's still going. Kept in at the blue line, and the tap back goes past and out the other side, so we will get it eventually. It's going to be Paddy Ward. Knocked down there by the Brave, and they'll be looking to stretch a man. Joey, no, it's Hayden Dawes, I think it is. No, it's Matt Harvey, pardon me. 81. North Stars have it. And Waring across the red line, fires the puck in, stopped by Hewitt. And Waring's blown a tire behind the net. He'll need to recover quickly because there's some pressure on. Fortunately for him, the Brave are changing. Lindsay and Southwood stealing the puck away from Hewitt, who was basically killing time while his team changed. Trying to keep it in the North Star zone. Malloy, no. He'll need to get it away. Plays a long pass, it's cut off. Chance for the Brave. Shoots, scores!
And that's the kind of game it's been. Just little mistakes like that, unfortunately, and the Brave just do take the opportunity to score, and that's what they did.
Casey Kabara was there to pick off that pass and puts it away for a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, it's the pressure that the Brave put on you so that you're going to make little things like that. And unfortunately, it was Casey Kabara for the Northstars who got the puck, because that kid can score. He's a really, really good scorer. Well, the push is going to have to happen now, Peter. We're down 4-1. Northstars are really going to have to start lifting their head and getting into it.
Tough game for them now. Let's see what they can do. Lindsay banks it off the boards. Daj. Can't control it. We've got the Brave into the zone. It's off a stick and bouncing around. But now the Brave are smelling blood. You can see that they're after more.
Oh, yeah.
Banga fires the puck down ice. Sarik can't beat the man to it. Newcastle do keep it in the Brave end, but the Brave haven't.
There's that stretch again.
Long stretch pass there. Fight on net there by Hayden Dawes. He'll get it back. Another shot and a save there by Davis. It was a difficult one for him. Bango picks up the puck. Gets it Hacharik. Now it's to Sarik. Stolen by the Brave. Joey Hughes, crafty player. 4 minutes now left in this second period. 4-1 lead now for the Brave. Tries a slick drag move there. Does Daj in it? Yes, it is Daj. He's in battles with Malloy for the puck. Sarik. Gentle pass to Lindsay. Fires it up ice. Bouncing over the stick of Channing Bresciani. And one line he calls it as icing and one does. Well, they've got to call it icing.
Yeah, they called it icing. Most other times it probably would have been waved away.
I thought it would have been waved away because it basically almost hit the player, so he could have played it if he wanted to.
Yeah. The North Stars are asking as to why. But anyway, it is icing. Face off to the left of Dane Davis. And really, it's the time now for someone like a Jones, someone like a Charik, someone like Banga to really do something special.
Face off. Newcastle win it, but the Brave get it back and they'll keep it in the zone. Girling gets the puck to Harvey and he'll head back to his own line, blue line, to get organised. Gets it across the North Stars blue line. Into the zone they go. Brave sending one to the net. They go the man on the far side. Girling in front and a save by Davis. Gets it to Daj right between the circles.
Yeah, well, Daj doesn't miss too many of those, so the North Stars may have escaped with that one. But again, just the way that the Brave are actually putting players in position, they're skating into quiet zones, so the North Stars are struggling to find them, and they're getting those shots away. There's a couple of one-timers that have almost gone in tonight for them.
Jones doesn't win that one, and the Brave will take a shot on net, and it'll be Daj picking it up first. Goes to the man at the point. And knocked away there by Davis. Jones can't cut it off. Fight on net. Reveille. Slick moves by Daj. Doesn't pay off that time. Girling into some traffic. And that goes to net. And Davis will palm it away for Hazelhurst. And it'll be fired in by Tim Stanger. Sam Lawson racing to the puck. He's got Hewitt out of his spot, but can he get back in time?
He got it! He got it! Zane Jones.
Jones is the man for the North Stars. He did it last weekend, and he's given them a bit of a sniff here. They need to get this rolling now.
Yeah, look, it just, again, pressure. Hewitt, a little bit overconfident. We did talk about whether that was going to happen or not, but a little bit overconfident trying to handle that puck. And just the pressure from the North Stars was too good, and Jones, bang, finally bang in the net. Good stuff.
4-2 lead now for the Brave after that North Stars goal. So Hewitt thought he was going to try the short side, but he went the far side. He had some help there with Jones, and he's put it away. We're back on the way now, and Hewitt's out to play again, this time much closer to his net, and with some support. So we saw Jones do it last weekend to an ex-Brave player as well.
Well, we called it a couple of minutes ago. We needed someone like a Jones to do something a bit special.
Chance for the North Stars, backhander there, and it's just gone wide.
That's Jones again. He's on fire.
He's feeling it. He hands that puck off, spins around, and that one's gloved by Hewitt with 1:58 left in the second period. 4-2 lead for the Brave.
Good on Tim Stanger to let that rip then, just to get the face-off down in the zone so North Stars can get fresh legs and keep the pressure on the Brave. But it doesn't really matter how the goal goes in, Peter. They don't sit there and say pretty goal. They don't sit there and say a garbage goal. It doesn't matter. It was a goal. And that was because of the pressure the North Stars put on Hewitt that allowed that to happen. So they just got to keep doing that. They've still got to get another couple yet to get back in the game.
Well, hopefully that's shown his teammates what can happen with a bit of determination, and that might be what they need to get back in. And it's been the second periods have been pretty awful for the North Stars. We've seen the last game against the Bears. And Sundays, they don't play well on Sundays either this year. Southwood gets their puck first, but he's struggling to get it across the line, and they do though. North Stars in deep in the Brave end. Going to be cut off at neutral ice.
We've got a penalty coming here.
And a penalty on the North Stars. There's been so few penalties in this game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interference probably. So Shane Southwood just didn't pull out of the hit. Yeah, interference is the call. He had plenty of opportunity not to make the hit, so because the puck had already moved. So this is giving the Brave, who we've talked about already, their awesome power play, another opportunity in this game.
Nearly 1 for 4. So this is their second, or their first. It's the first power play. Brave have the puck. Olivier gets it back. He walks the blue line. Charik watches him. He hands it off. I think it's a Casey Cabrera. Up top. I'd put him up there with that shot. Brave moving the players about. Through the screen and cut off. Second attempt. Rebound scores. Dodge goes right to Wahib Dodge. No problem there. Just pops it in with Davis already committed. And that's now a 5-2 lead for the Brave.
Again, it's rebounds that are hurting the North Stars tonight. Just the rebound came off Davis and just wasn't able to clear it quickly enough so that the Brave, especially with Hidaj around the net, give him an opportunity. He's going to put the puck away. He's a great goal scorer. Just got to work a lot harder on clearing those rebounds and getting them away from the net and get them away from Davis.
51.5 seconds remaining in the second period. It's been the Braves' period. Well, the North Stars had control for the first half, but couldn't score.
Mate, they looked really pretty at the beginning.
Sam Lawson with a big shot, and that's saved by Hewitt. And off
big bounce.
And it's kept alive there. I think is it Jones? No, yes, it is. Jones calling for it. They'll need to keep it onside. Reve keeps it in through a screen there. Hewitt can't touch it. He doesn't need to. It's wide. Hazelhurst tries to get it inside into the slot. North Stars though doing a good job of keeping the play alive. Yeah, pressure. Shot on net. Doesn't quite make it through. And the Brave will pick it up on the far side as Olivier. Nice pass there. Drag move. And Hazelhurst and Davis keep it out. And it's Trevor Gurley who tried some of his moves up. Shoots and scores! Shoots and save. Beautiful save.
I was going to say, that was an outstanding save there by Dane Davis. There's a few sticks going a bit high now.
There's Sam Lawson and Chris Olivier are really getting into it, so they're both pretty keen. But nothing's happened with that, so they'll probably be even up there.
Yeah, Lawson.
But while the others were just kind of scrimmaging, there was a bigger one happening.
That's right. Lawson's quite happy to stand up for himself, no problem whatsoever. And
Olivier's a pretty important player for this Brave team.
Absolutely. But a good way to finish the period. Huge save there by Dane Davis. The way he snatched that out of the air and did the windmill. But again, leaving Brave players alone in front of the net is not the way the North Stars are going to get back into this game.
No. Well, that's... I mean, to be fair, the Brave have done a fantastic job of moving the puck around. Their passing was very crisp, tape to tape. They weren't stretched out as much as other teams tend to be in those power plays. I don't know if it's just confidence or just supreme passing, but they were a lot closer. It was almost like support distance as opposed to long passes. And the way they moved side to side, they kept moving Davis around, kept moving defenders. Made it really tough for the defenders to keep the players out of that zone.
There's lots of motion, lots of stuff happening, and what they're trying to do is play the North Stars wide so they can bring it back to the middle and get a shot away. And that's why they're
Darge's
using.
been waiting, and he's one who's plotted a couple.
Correct, that's right. So they did that very, very well. But look, the North Stars did a great job for the first half of that period. They really put a lot of pressure on the Brave. The pushback was fantastic. They weren't rewarded. They didn't score. But, I mean, they really worked very, very hard. So it's a bit unlucky then that the Brave got a couple of opportunities off rebounds, off not clearing the puck, little hard work that they did that allowed them to sort of not necessarily pull away with the game, but certainly it's going to make it tough to get back into the game. Because Hewitt's playing well. He's playing very well for them. So, I mean, I'm surprised that we haven't scored more, but I'm not surprised because he's playing well.
All right, then. We've got Lucy ready for an interview, so we'll cross right now. We'll catch you guys up for the third and final period here. We're at the Brave ahead 5 to North Stars 2.
Hi, Lucy Bourne here from the Newcastle Northstars. I'm here with Hamish Powell, one of our forwards. We're in the second period, down to Canberra Brave 5-2. How are you feeling about the game?
Yeah, not too bad. So, a couple of unlucky bounces. So, I think we just need tempo up. Big thing is we're just getting too many odd man rushes on us. So, we need to make sure we have that guy high. And I think if we get a few bounces going our way, I think we'll be okay. So,
who do you think is the most dangerous player for Canberra?
They're pretty dangerous all over the ice. So Joey Hughes, Wahib, they're all pretty dangerous players. So they got no real drop off. So you got to be careful when any lines out on the ice.
So last week in Melbourne, you had an unfortunate run-in with a puck and broke your nose. Is it affecting you at all today?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just I got the cage on, just it's a bit sensitive. So just give it a bit extra protection. But no, it's okay.
Thanks for your time, Hamish. Looking forward to the third period.
Thank you.
Rematch here, the CBR Brave.
You stole my word. Groovy. I love that word.
It's actually a 70s word, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Should be
but
rad.
I love it.
Should be rad or choice or something.
Doesn't matter, mate.
Well,
it's a great word.
Choice and red tonight at CBR Brave. They're leading 5-2 over the home team, the Newcastle Northstars. So we talked a lot about the confidence game of the Brave. They've also made some really good tactical moves, strategic moves, I should say. So you had some thoughts on that in the break.
Well, just when the North Stars took away their long stretch to the far blue line in the start of the first period, the Brave had no answer.
Yeah.
So we put a lot of pressure on them, unfortunately not rewarded, but we took away that part of the game. So really, and again, I have no idea what the coaches are going to be talking about the team. I mean, obviously we've got to push back and get 3 goals, so we've got to do everything. It's got to be offense, and then after that,
pretty
offense.
tough job to do against any of the teams in the AIHL, let alone the Brave. But
well, because Hewitt's playing so well in net for them, he's really, really hard to crack. I mean, they've tried to move him side to side. They've tried the long shots. They've tried in close. I mean, so far he's been pretty good with all of that. He just made a mistake behind the net to lead to our second goal.
And they'll need to put more pressure on to make more mistakes and so on.
Yeah, exactly right. So I would really like to see the North Stars full offense. Again, Banger, again, Hacharik, Zane Jones, any one of those guys just really needs to have to push and push and push so that we get a couple of goals, get back in this game. We've got to do it early. I mean, it is a 20-minute period, but we've got to get in early because the Brave are giving us nothing, absolutely nothing.
Well, and the other thing about this team is that if you take a shot and they make a save, then quickly it's down in your end again. So they're always a threat like that. So they've got that speed as well. They don't even have. They're not playing Anil Hudson tonight, and he's been one of those real electric players that does that a lot for them. They haven't needed it because the rest of the guys are plenty good. Chris Livier is kind of in that spot at the moment. Trevor Gurley and all those guys are top scorers. So Livier hasn't played as much, but there's no impediment to that team. They're very good.
And they're funneling to the net. They're putting the puck to the net, and they're all pressure. And we haven't been able to. North Stars haven't been able to clear the puck well enough on a few occasions, and that's what's led to the goals. So it's hard when you got that much pressure on you as well too, because there's so many great scorers on the Brave. So who do I look after? I mean, who's
start with Daj.
That'd be a good start. Exactly right. I'd start with Wahib Daj.
He's already put a few away tonight. So he's got that finish.
Well, he's so clever with the puck, either setting you up or scoring on you. He's so clever to do both. And, I mean, that's the kind of player you want to have on your team because you want him to have the puck. And certainly Nick Rivet was doing that a bit for us at the beginning of the season. Now, of course, he's playing defense. He's still doing a great job. There's no doubt about that. But he's not as offensive-minded now playing defense as he was when he was playing as a forward. So that's what I'm saying. That's why we need the Jones, the Rivet. We need these guys to step up and make something happen.
Back underway here. And Newcastle quickly with a shot and a save there by Hewitt.
Good. That's the pressure we need right from the word go.
And quickly, the North Stars have a face-off in the Brave end. That's a 20-minute period. Face-off will be to the right of Hewitt. And Newcastle win it thanks to Shane Southwood, that one. Daj now with the puck. Cut off by Southwood.
Oh, unlucky.
Couldn't get it back again. Some pressure on Bresciani. Brave now into the North Stars zone. Joey Hughes has a puck. And Newcastle will clear it. They're killing this penalty, so that works for them. Icing is waved off, as it should be. Bresciani.
No panic about the Brave at all, is there, Peter?
They don't need to score. They've already got lots.
Whoops.
Oh, maybe they do need to, because Southwood nearly stole the puck again. He pushed the player down. And looking away again, Manwaring looking to get it in front to Southwood, but it's not a good look for this Brave power play. This one. So the North Stars picked up 2 penalties at the end of the break there. That was Hazelhurst and Sam Lawson. And Chris Livier was the other one. So there was a coincidental, and the original penalty was on Hazelhurst. So that's why the North Stars are a man down at the moment for another 41 seconds or less.
Oh, the lucky bounce there off the linesman for the Brave. But unfortunately, it's still called offside.
18:38 left in the period, and it's a 5-2 lead for the Brave after a really great period for them. Although North Stars had it, we talked about it, they had a good period. They had control of the puck a lot in the first half, but couldn't score. Then the Brave got one. Then the North Stars got one. Well, Brave got one or two, pardon me. Then the North Stars got one back with Jones. But then there was more damage with that power play from the Brave.
Yeah, it was definitely a two-period game. And the North Stars dominated in the first period, the first part of that second period, and then the Brave came back as only the Brave can and pushed back fantastically well to get the goals that they did. And put us under the pressure that the North Stars are under now, and they've got to score 3 goals in this period just to get back into the game.
Referee and linesmen are clearing water from the ice at the moment. Normally it's one of the fastest growing rinks. Must have been rinks in the league, so it must have been just a bit too much water on the break.
Yes, I was just going to say, Peter, I'm really impressed with Shane Southwood on that PK then, for the first part of this PK. He really put the Brave under a lot of pressure, and they coughed the puck up. I mean, I think it was Girling almost lost it here right in front of Hewitt. That would have been a bit embarrassing. And the pressure that young Liam Manwaring was able to put on around the net as well too kept Hewitt on his toes. So it took away for this minute and a half, really, the Braves' power play, which has been so potent. I mean, last time they're on the ice, Wahib Daj got that goal.
Sure did. So linesmen are just clearing some of the water out of the play areas. I believe it's the coldest ice in Australia because they've got some extra equipment. They've got Joey Terrier is, I think, probably the only ice technician in Australia, actual accredited ice technician from I guess it was a technical college in Canada, where it's a pretty regular course for people to run. Of course, you ain't going to find it here at TAFE. And run ice technician here, so a bit of a specialised skill there for Terrier.
I'll tell you, the coldest rink, I think, is actually Liverpool rink. I mean, that rink is
air temperature?
cold.
Yes, that's
it
right.
is cold.
I heard Penrith gets very cold, and even, of course, Canberra, because it's just where it is. But for me, the coldest I ever felt was in Adelaide when they still had the ski ramp above it.
Oh, okay.
Because you get all the cold settled down from the ski
that.
ramp over the rink, and damn, I used to get cold in there.
Well, I'll get you one even worse than that. A million years ago, we were playing at Ringwood, and we'd played the night before, and we weren't able to dry our gear. And they gave us the change room underneath the generators. So there was ice coming off them. We were getting dressed underneath that in wet hockey gear. Oh my God. That, sir, is cold.
Yes. All right, you win.
Oh, it was a contest, was it? Oh, good.
Well, 80s, there's plenty of Monty Python in the 80s. We've been breaking some Monty Python.
Now, Brother Graham, who'd be listening tonight, he was all part of that as well, too. He'd remember it well.
Face off. Hacharik wins that. But already pressure from the Brave, and they're stealing the puck away. And a chance for Daj, and the shot is just fired wide. So Newcastle won the face off, but nearly ended up as a Brave goal. Definitely a Brave chance there. Sarek keeps a man on the outside, so North Stars are down a man still for another 20 seconds. Brave working on the outside. Get a pass in close. Trying to get in front. They're going to go behind. Quick snapshot, and it's wide off Dawes.
Yeah, Dawes looked to the heavens, and he knew that he had a great opportunity then and just missed.
North Stars get their player back, and it's Rob Hazelhurst back on the ice. Girling has a puck for the Brave. He'll send it inside, but it's been a great pass to Joey Hughes, and Newcastle able to force the Brave back to neutral ice. Going wide is Brasciani.
There's an opportunity for the North Stars.
Newcastle have got some numbers, but the Brave coming back quickly. Pass is a little off target by pass there by Hartrick. And now it's Dawes bringing Girling. Players dropping to the ice, but the puck is loose. Brave will pick it up. Now Dawes will fake and fire it in. It looks like he's going for a change. Newcastle defence looking to break out. Stretch pass just under the stick there of Richard Tasaric, and it's been picked up by Flanagan. Getting a shift, Flanagan. Haven't seen Mark Rumakainer tonight. Saved by Davis there. Just a lofted little shot there on net, and a stopper play with 16:54 left in the game.
Yeah, again, it's just been no one really dominating. Obviously, the Brave looked a lot better at the start of that because they were on the power play. But it's just these little periods now that we need to see a goal come from the North Stars. They've got to go 60 metres to make it happen, but they've got to make it happen.
In their own end at the moment. And they won the face-off, and they're going to bank it off the boards, but the Brave will be first to it. That was Matt Harvey with the shot, and kept side there by Mitch Henning. Newcastle get possession, but good pressure as they pass across their own goal line as the North Stars. Backhanded shot there by Zane Jones is breaken up by Henning. Kept in the zone by Matt Lindsay. Jones gets it in close. Chance and a save there by Hewitt off Malloy with a quick shot. Flanagan overskates that. Lawson with an opportunity. Doesn't have a lot of help. He's got Jones coming in. Oh,
scores! He did it! Holy moly! Zane Jones! A little inside-out movement was just enough to be able to beat Hewitt because Hewitt was not ready for it.
Now the Brave are protesting that the net was off.
Well, they're protesting it was off. There was a hole in it, that the earth moved. There's all sorts of things they're protesting about at the moment. But the reality was that Zane Jones built that all himself. It was a great play. But the referee and the linesman are now discussing the situation. So I hope for the North Stars' sake that there's no change, because they really needed that goal. There's only 4 minutes have gone in this period, and that's what they needed to score before the 15-minute period came up. If they can get a goal in each 5-minute slot, then they're going to get on top of this Brave team and win the game. So it's important they take those little 5-minute spasms and try and get through this.
I think they're going to wave it off, that's my feeling.
Yeah, it appears that the assistant captain for the North Stars, Matthew Lindsay's not getting excited at all about the call. Yeah, here he goes. It's being waved off, no goal. And the fans aren't excited. Our referee Rick West will go over and discuss why it was waved off, but obviously with the net being off, there was the reason that they're given. We have a little bit of a problem around Hewitt's net there. Just need a little bit of ice and snow and water to fix it up. Now it'll be interesting to see if the North Stars can bounce back from this now. It's disappointing obviously when a goal's waved off, but they've shown that they have the ability to score, so they've just got to push again now.
Got 16 minutes and 8 seconds to do so, but it's still a 3-goal lead for the Brave. Sam Lawson gets the puck to the blue line. Fired in by Paddy Ward. It goes past Jones and kept in at the blue line. That's gone past Tim Stanger and around the other side. Kept in again by Ward. Bouncing around, and first to the puck though is Stanger. And chipped in at the blue line.
Good job by North Stars to keep this pressure on the Brave.
I think it was Nick Revay. It was Revay. And now it's Rimacone getting the shift. Romo's out there.
That'll be icing here.
And icing called on the North Stars. 15:33 left in the game.
Yeah, it was good to see that pushback then by the North Stars so that they could try and get that goal after the disappointment of having it being waved off. But they're certainly good enough, the North Stars, the way they've been playing tonight. They just haven't been able to funnel enough energy towards the net to be able to score. So they've really got to try and get that happening now.
The other thing is you've got to do that without making mistakes as well. That's the high pressure part.
Yes.
It's going to float down past Hewitt, and that'll be another stop and play. As it's gone just past the blue paint, therefore waved up.
Yeah, that was a good play there by Revay. Well, almost as a good play. Didn't come off in the end, but he looked down ice as Lawson took off, and Lawson just talking to him again. So obviously it was a play that they'd worked on themselves. Here we go again. But not out this time.
Brave have got some numbers now. Moving in close, quick shot, and kept out by the defence. Another shot from the point, it's off a skate. That was Bailey Kabara, he gets it back. Has to stretch for it, he'll give it to his teammate instead. Quick snap on net, and stopped by Davis with 15:06 left in the game.
Again, very brave there by Tim Stanger. He blocked a shot, and now he's sort of going, ooh, that hurt. But he blocked a shot and then dived at the puck when the guy was at the point, Bailey Kabara, to try and get the puck out of the zone. So, obviously there's a lot of urgency in the North Stars, and so there should be. They've got to get 3 goals.
Olivier at the face-off. Newcastle can't get it away from them. Another shot. Davis across the block, but it's gone wide anyway. Off the heel of the stick. Battle for the puck down low. Newcastle chip it out, and they're not changing. And happy to sit back for a moment. And then Warren gets a hit on
Bailey Cabara,
number 7. Brave have possession though. Up the middle goes Olivier. Fakes and can't get it past. I think it was Dave Ferrari.
Yeah, Dave Ferrari did a great job then.
Keeping it wide. Chance and close.
Jeez.
They're good at sneaking into those quiet places, Steve.
That's what they practice, obviously, because they do it so well.
Shane Southwood's been to do it tonight. He couldn't get it past the man there. Brave into the zone. Hughes fires on net. That's off Davis and comes back to the Brave. They've got numbers around the net. Buzzing like bees around the hive.
There's Hazelhurst trying to do it himself.
Yeah, he's been pretty successful at it though. Brave had possession. Hughes drops it back. Gurley takes it in himself. Tries it short side, and Newcastle pick off the loose puck.
Good job there by Davis to hold that that near post, I should say, so that Hughes couldn't get the puck up and over his shoulder. He really tried hard. He got it down on his backhand to try to go up, but Davis is too clever.
We've got 13:42 left in the period. It's a 5-2 lead for the Brave.
And the North Stars need Davis to be huge this period. We really don't want a goal scored, and we've got to get 3. Push has got to start happening.
It dribbles to net and stopped by Davis.
So it'll be interesting to see if they're going to continue the North Stars with this strong guy up the ice as soon as they win the face-off.
Quick shot on net. It hits the stick and goes wide. Newcastle will get to the puck. Sark will drop it behind him. Into the zone goes Newcastle. Have to chip it and chase it. And Wenger can't beat the man to the puck. Overskated there by Dawes, but the Brave will take it forward. That's Casey Cabara. Brave have it. Top of the circle.
Jeez, that was close.
It was close, Steve. It's gone off for skating wide. Fortunate for the North Stars. Dawes using that big frame of his to separate the man from the puck.
Good battle.
Richard Tesserick was the unfortunate person on the other end of that. Newcastle trying to get out of their zone, but the puck has gone directly to a Brave player.
Oh, nice steal.
Broken up, the steal here. Banger gets it across. Jones can't stick handle past Hughes. Didn't have much room.
Ooh, could be a tripping. Nope, got away with it.
Brave with an opportunity in front. Calling for it. Beaver taps. And the puck has gone off a player and wide. Brave, though, happy to buzzing. They're cycling around in front of the net. Little chance for Newcastle here. Lawson, backhanded.
Oh,
broken up there by a diving skipper, Harvey. And quickly the Brave on the counter. Shot on net. Doesn't get in. And to the other side it goes. Tyler Cabara gets a touch. Newcastle trying to break out their zone. A long pass hits the stick of Hayden Sheard. Quick shot on net and a stop by Hewitt. So at least the North Stars will get a face-off at the far end with 11:58 left.
Yeah, good play there by Hayden Sheard. One to get himself in the clear and make Lawson make the pass to him, which he did, and got it right on his stick. But then to cut into the middle so he could get it on his forehand so he could get a little bit more oomph in the shot. Because you never know. Hewitt may have bobbled it. Anything could have happened. But this is a face-off they need. Jones needs to win this.
Newcastle to get it back. It's just bouncing around at the moment. Kept in at the blue line.
Oh, nice play by Lawson.
By Lawson, but Rumacana will pick it up, and Newcastle doubling back. Through some traffic now came in and weaves back and forth into Newcastle's zone. Broken up there by Hazelhurst.
Beat it up. Oh, unlucky.
And Jones was looking for it, but it was already a little too far away, and would have required a bit of a Hail Mary pass there. And wisely, Newcastle didn't attempt it. Hazelhurst. Lawson. Revay will get a touch. Far side shot and a save there by Hewitt. Jones unloading with the cannon. Revay to Jones. Fakes. Gets to his backhand. Now he's on his forehand. Sends
Nice
it up
pass.
to Hazelhurst. Good pass. Through a screen. Attempt there by McWaring to get it on net. Jones through a screen. Blocked there by the defender.
Tyler Kabara got his foot on that. But it'll be an icing call.
So Newcastle do get a chance to put some more pressure on the Brave. But once again, very few penalties.
Good passage of play, though, for the North Stars there. Kept the puck in the zone, put lots of pressure on Hewitt. There weren't a lot of shots getting through the net. The Brave are doing a great job at blocking shots all over the place tonight. Harvey's blocked one, Tyler Kabara blocked one just then, and Rumican blocked a big one with his knee before, so that was terrific. They're throwing everything. But we've only got 10 minutes to go. North Stars need 3 goals.
Brave are waved out. Henning doesn't quite win.
There we go, another shot block.
And we got some pressure on Lindsay here. A foot race with Kai Mittinen. Mittinen does get a shot away, but it's an easy save with the pads there by Davis.
Jeez, you've got to give a lot of credit to Kai Mittinen, and boy, he worked hard on that.
Yeah, he's doing what Shane Southwood is doing for Newcastle. Just being a little terrier and fighting for that puck. North Stars will try the left wing.
Here we go.
Pass to Banga, gets a chance. Quick shot, saved by Hewitt. Banga was in there on his own.
Good vision on the ice there by Paddy Ward to see that Banga was in the middle and was able to feed a backhand pass. Peter, I said it, a backhand pass. How often do you see that happen nowadays?
Backhand pass.
And unfortunately, Banga just needed to bury that, but it just was bouncing for him. He didn't quite have full control. He was unlucky, but that was really time to score.
10:15 left in the game. Still 5-2 lead, so no change in the score since the second period. Face off, and Brave win that. Chris Olivier gets it from his feet, but Newcastle still need to get on side. So Richard Sarek now moves for some plays. Can't get through them all. They're going to steal the puck back again, and Brave will steal it back. So bit of a game of marbles right now. Maybe I can't use it Rubik's Cube. It's Eddie's reference.
That's right.
Rubik's
Marbles
is
you
a
can.
solo game.
Marbles you can.
Marbles you can. Olivier takes it up their right wing into Newcastle zone, looking to pass it inside. He does. It's bouncing around, and its pass has gone to nobody. They're off Yerling. Dave Ferrari will get it out to his players.
Nice. Oh, didn't get
pass
through.
is cut off by Bresciani. And we've got a scrum in front of the North Stars bench. Charik has the puck. He's very smooth. He's got great hands, isn't he? Banga into the zone. Tries a drag move. Across the net he goes. Oh, it's
Hazelhurst. Yep.
Hazelhurst.
We might get caught here. Ferrari last guy back. Yep, here we go with the Brave. 2-0.
Girling. Saved by Davis. It's loose though. Newcastle looks like getting to it first. Well, they do need to gamble a bit now. There's no point in dying wondering. You might give up some, but you've got to have a go.
Absolutely. And again, as I said earlier, Dane Davis has to be huge in this period. And so far, he has been huge. Bigger than huge. And to be able to negate that was terrific. We now have Dave Ferrari, I think, and also it might be Girling are both going. Probably roughing, I would suggest. So we should have coincidentals. Should be 4-on-4, I'm assuming.
A little bit of Donkey Kong in front of the net.
Well done. Referee's talking to both captains. I'm saying, please, boys, we don't need anything silly. There's only 9 minutes to go in this game. Settle it down.
Yeah, Matt Hewitt has enjoyed himself. He's dancing around in his own crease. Doesn't care.
Well, he's up 5-2, and he's playing in front of a really, really good hockey team. There's no doubt about that. The Brave have showed everything tonight. I mean, their touch, their skill, their anticipation, their ability to be in quiet areas, the way they move the puck has really been very impressive tonight. I tell you, it's going to be a good team that beats them this year. It's going to be a good team.
Yeah, well, they've got to get through that semi because often these dominant teams have been knocked off in the semi-final.
Yep.
Newcastle in 2010, Newcastle in 2004. Oh, no, that was the final, sorry. There's been a couple of Melbourne Ice were the dominant team in 2007. They got knocked off in the semi. So we've seen it a lot, but yeah, it's going to be hard to see this one. Those sort of kind of random games, you know, roll the dice sort of games, don't seem to happen as often these days. The teams are far more professional and organised, so I think it's
this is exciting.
tough to beat.
North Stars have got a power play for 2 minutes. They really need to score inside these 2 minutes.
Charik wins a face-off, goes to Hazelhurst, and quickly on him is Casey Kabara. Down low right is Banga, and it's got squeezed out past the Charik, but Tissarik down there to help out. It's gone past Banga, and Hazelhurst will cut it off. Pressure there on Hacharik and Banga. To the blue line now, Revay.
Rebound
is loose, and it's scooped away there by Harvey. Revay now under pressure by Joey Hughes. Hazelhurst.
Wow.
To Revay. Hazelhurst comes together with Joey Hughes, I think. I think they're
Yes,
laughing
it was.
about it. Revay tries a shot,
Yes,
scores!
he got it.
Top cheese!
How excited is Nick Revay? Holy dooly, a great goal.
What a shot. Just roofed it at point blank.
Boy, the North Stars need that, and we just called that before, Peter. Inside this power play, they had to score inside these 2 minutes. They did. With 44 seconds into the power play, they got the goal. So that puts them back into this game. 5-3, 2 more to get. They've still got 8 minutes. They can do this. And you look at Hewitt. He's not laughing now. He's not smiling now. He's upset that went in. So if the North Stars can get inside his brain, 2 goals can come. 2 goals can come.
Well, it would have been better if there's only 1 goal needed to come, but I don't think there was a wrong call by the referee before. You'll often see goalies know that a net is off, and they'll let the game play for a long time before, unless the play starts to advantage them. So it was that's a bit of tactics there by Brave. It's something that all the goalies do, and it paid off for them.
It was interesting the North Stars had a slight change on that power play too. Normally Rob Malloy plays on it, but they had Rob Hazelhurst playing on it instead.
And he worked hard.
And it worked. They scored.
Sure did. Brave have the puck off the face-off. And they break out of their zone. Buddy Kabara.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Banga, and Banga's got some speed. He's
penalty.
A little bit backhand.
Scores! Holy moly! Banga does it.
Sammy Banga. It would have been possibly even a penalty shot, but it didn't matter because Banga will bury it backhand with a slick move on Hewitt.
What a great play.
And imagine if they had that previous goal.
Peter, we're privileged to be here and be able to see that. That was fantastic. You're right.
2 beautiful goals. And these are the guys that are supposed to do this for Newcastle. And
Correct.
Here they do it.
As you see there, our referee Rick West, he had his hand up instantly. He knew that it was going to be a penalty. There's no problem. And whether it was going to be a penalty shot, I don't know. It's difficult to say. I mean, you've got to be fouled from behind to get a penalty shot.
It's going to impede the play sufficiently. So I guess the fact that he kept going probably wasn't a penalty shot.
Yeah. So the CBR Brave have called a timeout, so they can resettle because now the North Stars have pulled within 1. 5-4 now, and this is really what they want. You think, Jesus, they just got that goal before. Now it's a 5-all game, and going into the last 7 minutes. How exciting would that be?
It's interesting Rob Starks called a timeout at this stage. Because that's how much this means to them to win this game.
Absolutely.
But they don't actually need it. They don't need the point. So it shows how determined he is with the whole team.
Wow.
How hungry they are still to win the games.
They were
so they don't have to.
So loose before. They're not loose now. I tell you, they're gripping their sticks. They're a bit worried about the North Stars.
Let's see if the North Stars can follow it up. Hazelhurst. Just gone past the player. There's Nick Revay, and Brave will send it back. Tessa Rick can't get it past Daj. He needs some help, and I think they will eventually. They do now, going up the middle to the right wing, cut off there by Bresciani. And Daj into North Star zone. He can end all this now with another goal the other way, and that'll make it very hard. But he doesn't. Newcastle skating up ice, and that's gone past Banga, who will go for a change.
Yeah, this is an energy line now for the North Stars with Timmy Stanger out there.
I saw Tim Stanger come on. Fake by Bresciani. He hands off and he's lost the puck.
Zane Jones.
Zane's got some help up ice as well with Lawson. Jones loses it though in the traffic, and Harvey will fire it up ice. It's off a stick, but that doesn't impede him much. Man's got some space, and there's a windmill from Davis with a big save.
I said before, Dane Davis needs to be dialed in this period, and Dane Davis is dialed in this period. He does not want a puck to go past him into the net tonight for this whole period, and he's done a great job there. But again, the North Stars unlucky with Zane Jones. His hands left him at the wrong time. He just wasn't able to get a play because it was a 3-on-1. So I don't know if you saw the other two guys with him, but anything could have happened.
So it's 5-4 game, and we've still got 6:52, just under 7 minutes remaining. Newcastle have elevated a little bit lately, and they've got some pressure on the Brave. I've got a bit of a feeling that they can do it now.
Here we go.
Kept inside. Cross ice. And cut off there. Jones doesn't get a touch, and it's going to be Goranson will skate it out.
Yes, Tim Stanger took that puck. It was unlucky.
Quick shot on net, and a stop by Davis, and Newcastle will break it out of their zone. Chipped in by Jones into the far corner as he takes a hit. And Brave have got plenty of numbers as Newcastle changing.
Well done, Pat Naden.
Pat Naden to keep it onside. Hewitt will play at that, and he gets it to Bresciani. Bresciani will have to hand it off as we've got an aggressive forecheck happening here by the North Stars. Davis out of his net to play that.
Well, the advantage the North Stars have is that they didn't play last night. The Brave did. So if anyone's going to get tired, it's going to be the Brave.
Touched as it goes by Manwaring, I think it is. And Pat Naden down low to try and keep it alive. It's kept in by Hazelhurst. Streaking across the paint there was Pat Naden, but Hewitt saw it and gloved it. 5:46 left in the period.
That's what we want to see. The North Stars going to the net and then putting a bit more pressure on Hewitt. I mean, he did a great job snatching that out of the air. I don't know how he saw it. But Naden did a good job getting the puck back to Hazelhurst and then going to the net to make that question happen in Hewitt's mind. Where was that puck?
Well, I don't think Hewitt saw it, but he'd already mapped where it was going.
Correct.
He already had the glove there, and he still
yep.
was able to stop it that way. Darge with plenty of speed, as he always does. He's going to go the right wing. Fires it in. He's going to chase it himself.
Look at that.
And he gets to it first by a mile. Brave trying to bring it in front and tossed into the corner there, North Stars. It's off the Zamboni door, so it's a bit dead. And Bresciani will get to it first in his end. Cross to Balikabara. And the pass goes past Hazelhurst.
Yep, that'll be icing.
It'll be icing on the Brave. Another opportunity for the North Stars, perhaps with one goal down. 5:17 left in the game.
Well, this gives the North Stars a chance to get their number one line out on the ice and get some sort of an opportunity to start shooting and funneling to the net and put pressure on Hewitt. Hewitt's not smiling like he was at the beginning of the game. He knows the pressure's building on him.
Great pick of the music, guys. Putting on Thriller. Perfectly timed. Newcastle win that face-off. And we'll see if Kubara busts the move right now. No, it's going to be girling into Newcastle's zone with some speed, but it's broken up and knocked down, and Newcastle will get possession of it though. Coming forward into the zone, fakes, shoots, and a stop there by
unlucky.
Bali Kubara. Tesserick took the shot originally. Casey Kubara loses the battle to the blue line. Fired back in there by Malloy. Playing defence tonight, having a good game.
Unlucky that one too. Banger tried to get in front of Cesaric, just missed him.
Girling goes across. He's going to try the forehand shot. Drives towards the net. Now he's going to go around and try and feed it to his players. And it's going to dribble down ice for Hewitt to stop in front of his net. But he's got four checkers buzzing around trying to cut off his pass. And that was Sam Lawson trying to recognition is the word I was after. He was trying to find out where the puck was going to go before he fired it.
Well, again, the Brave have got that wide guy on the far blue line.
Newcastle trying to keep it alive, but Brave have broken it up, and it's going to be knocked out by Dawes into Newcastle's zone. Chance for Dawes. Saved by Davis.
Oh, how did Wahib Daj miss that open net?
It was bouncing on Daj. He just couldn't put it away, but it went right to him.
Oh!
Shot and trails the man, but we've got a chance for the North Stars at the other end.
Lawson again went down.
And driving towards the net, fans calling for a penalty, but that was all legal contact by mine. Jones cuts off the man. He was standing there, so if he's standing there still, it can't be called. But there's a High stick being called, I think, stop a play, high stick, not a penalty.
No, it's not a penalty.
Major for a liney to call it.
Yeah, no, it's the high stick. Now, how big is the intensity now? Hey, whoa! Everybody wants this game. The North Stars are pushing real hard with 3 minutes to go to get that goal, and there's no way the Brave want to lose this. They've got reputation at stake here. They want to make sure they stay in the game. But Lawson, wow, how good was he to block another shot? He went off straight away this time, so I'm sure, I hope it didn't hit him in the same spot. Yeah. That might be a bit more serious.
Could be a broken bone. Hughes loses that face-off. Newcastle have it. Malloy waits. He just fires it in deep. And Manwaring and Naden are pinching in to put pressure on Bresciani. Bresciani will get the middle.
Southwood lost the stick. I don't know how Shane Southwood threw the stick out of his hand. It looked like he was juggling it then.
Well, he's not going to be a lot of help on the breakout without a stick. He might be helped defensively as Joey Hughes and he picks it up. And that's offside Brave. Fortunate for the North Stars.
Fortunately for the North Stars, yes. Shane Southwood, as I said, he just tried to turn and he just threw his stick out of his hand. So he was able to be present at the blue line then, so they could put Joey Hughes offside. So that worked quite well. And Hughes has broken his stick as well too.
We've got 3 minutes and 6 seconds left in this game. They're just down by 1 at the moment. North Stars 5-4, the lead for the Braves. They've had that lead since the second period.
Well, the crowd's getting engaged. They're getting loud, Pete.
Definitely lifted the voices in here. That's Chris LeVay. He's got the puck. And working along the outside there of Lindsay. Did Matt get away with one there, Steve?
Wow, it sort of looked like tripping, but anyway.
Yeah, sort of did.
This is a nice play here. Oh, unlucky, but...
So we've got a penalty behind the play, I assume, was on the North Stars there. And Chris Levier is...
Yeah, Levier is definitely...
upset.
Looks like he's getting thrown out. The referee's telling him to get out of the game. So there's going to be some match penalty here. I just wonder if he... perhaps interfered with the North Stars bench when he was skating past. I didn't actually see it.
Well, he's had something going with Lawson and some of the other guys there, so...
Yeah, he's been involved in this game. He's had a great game, actually, playing for the Braves.
Sent to the showers.
So you know whenever he's been on the ice. But he's obviously done something that has earned the ire of our referee, Rick West, tonight. And of course, Matt Harvey's trying to present the other side of the argument. Very animated there, Mr. Harvey, throwing his arms around. But this will be a good break for the North Stars. Gives them a chance just to reset with 2 minutes 39 seconds to go and being down by a goal. Gives them a chance to talk a bit about the play, what they're going to do, if they're going to pull Dane Davis, when they're going to pull him, what they're going to do in regards to that.
It's a small window of opportunity, but the Brave are down an import now for the rest of the game.
Correct.
There's only one goal to get, at least to get a shootout and get some points. Whether it be 1 or 2, we'll wait and see, or maybe even just get 2 in. But we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, there's no penalties that have gone up on the board
There's
at
a
all.
5 just gone up now. Oh, it's a 2.
Oh, it's a 2, okay. There we go.
No, it's a 3. I don't know. We'll wait and see what the... here it is. It's 5. Yeah, it's what we expected if it was sent to the... sent to the showers. It can't be 7. It could be a 5 and a 2.
He must have got a 5 and 2. Wow.
So it's an escalated slashing. So initial one and then one that earned him a major.
Well, what it does mean is that the Brave are going to be short for the rest of this game. Unless, of course... Well, they will be short because he's got a 5-minute major, so they're going to be short for the rest of this game. So this is a great opportunity for the North Stars. And it'll be interesting to see if they do actually end up pulling the goalie and go 6-on-4.
So it's going to be 5-on-3 as well. So it could be 6-on-3. Well, there's 2 penalties.
Our scoreboard attendant is just asking for clarification. It looks like maybe a North Stars may have a call as well, maybe, or...
No, it's the Brave door is still open. They've got to have somebody sit his penalty. No one in there at the moment. So it should be up on the board as a 5 and a 2 if I understand correctly. You can't put 7 minutes up there. And I'm not sure. Does that result in two men sitting? I think it was a 5 on 3. Oh, we got 4 out there for the Brave.
Well, the Brave is certainly getting a detailed explanation of what's going on. So we should be able to get this sorted out. I can't remember
this rule what happens when somebody doubles up on their penalties. If it actually results in 2 men short or 1. I thought it was 2. Two different calls because they're not simultaneous. So.
Yeah. Yes, I understood it that they would have to serve one, then serve the next one. So there shouldn't be 2 guys short. It should be 1 guy short for 7 minutes. Now there's 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go. So in theory that means they're going to be short for the rest of the game. But someone should be serving the game misconduct.
It's happening now.
Someone's got to be in the bench. They're sending Mitch Henning.
Number 3, Mitch Henning. Had a couple of shifts. He's going to be spending the rest of the game in the box.
Yep, so it's going to be 5 on 4 for the rest of the game. So the North Stars really need an opportunity to score here. They really need to score badly.
5 on 4. They win the face-off. That's a good start. Reve through the screen. Stopped by Hewitt. Hacharik was right there.
Yeah, it's a shame Hacharik couldn't get a little bit of fiberglass, not wood anymore, on that. Because Reve saw him standing there, and they're such good friends. They would have practiced that a lot of times before. It just didn't work that time.
Another face-off to the left of Hewitt. Girling versus Hacharik, and Newcastle win that one. No, Girling, no. Keep on changing hands. It's backhanded out by Hewitt. He's hit his own player, Daj, though. Daj is away with a bit of speed. He's got some help by Girling. Shot on net, and that's off Davis and up into the netting for a stopper play with 2:18 left in the game.
Yeah, we know that the North Stars have to throw full offense into this, but the last thing we want to do is get a short-handed goal scored on them. So they're going to have to be a little bit tighter, especially in the offensive zone, to make sure that they keep the puck and don't give CBR that opportunity to get out.
To the blue line for the Brave. They take a quick shot on net, and it's off a player and bouncing around. Into neutral ice now, and Brave are fine with that because they're just trying to kill time at the moment. Thrown deep by Bresciani.
This is the right guy with the puck on his stick, Nick Reve.
Reve gets a nice pass across there to Banga. Banga shakes up Bresciani's slash. And Kubara. Chris Kubara has picked it up mid-ice and will be happy to just throw it down in the corner and kill some time.
Nice reverse there by Hazelhurst.
Under pressure too.
And Joey Hughes is going to do that to you.
Right wing now for the North Stars. Into the zone they go. And Reve is forced wide there by Harvey. Running the blue line is Tesoric to Reve. Reve's got vision. It's
rebounds.
Loose. Rebound.
Oh.
Saved by Hewitt again.
Banger just could not get his stick on that.
Well, he ended up with Hazelhurst lying prone in front of Hewitt, which became an impediment to their score. And we got an empty net.
6 on 4, Pete.
6 on 4 it is at the moment. North Stars have it. They need to not cough it up here. And nearly do.
Yeah, that was a late call. But it certainly looked offside from where I was standing, so I would think that the linesman would have picked that up as well too.
102 offside call on Newcastle. It's a 102 left, and they're down by a goal. And Brave will be penalised for the rest of the game.
I was going to say, I wonder when the North Stars are going to call a timeout, and they have done it. Because there's some tired bodies out there. Banger in particular is looking really, really tired. He's done a lot tonight. It hasn't unfortunately been fortuitous for him in regards to getting much other than that beautiful goal that he scored. He hasn't really had as many opportunities as he would probably like, I would suggest. But we need him to have the puck. Him and Reve are the real dangerous guys out there on the ice. They can make things happen for the Hachariks, the Zane Jones, even for Hazelhurst for that matter. Because this guy's just got to shoot again after that. We've only got a minute to go, Peter. We've got to get a goal, mate. We've got to get a goal.
Don't forget those 2 seconds, Steve. And how much would they like that goal by Jones now?
Oh, yes. Yes. Because now it would have been a tie game, and we're on the power play for the rest of the game to score the winner.
That's right.
So at the moment, we're just trying to score the tying goal.
Well, if they do score, they're still on the power play because it's a major.
Yes. There should be another North Star player. I got the goalie out. Okay, fair enough.
So Davis is starting in net just in case the Brave get it away there quickly. And it's going to be Newcastle possession here for Banga. He's holding it. Away skates Davis. Newcastle getting in the zone, thrown in by Revay and Hewitt first to it. And he's looking to try and get a quick up and get these guys, his team out and get a shot on net, an empty net. Jones gets around a player, shot cross, bouncing, and just kept in there at the blue line by Malloy. He's taking the handlebars off, tries the short side stuff. Banga can't get past Hewitt. Revay first to the puck. Jones in front, can't get the shot away. Walking the blue line, Malloy.
Rebounds right there. Oh,
Hewitt scrambling, and the puck has bounced out the other side, and there's a chance. No, Banga's first to it, keeps it alive. Newcastle cycling
12
well.
seconds.
Lawson can't stop it. Girling gets an opportunity. He can finish it here. He passes across to Bresciani. He won't miss. He scores. Brave will seal it with just 4.8 seconds to go. They'll win this one 6-4.
Yeah, look, great effort by the North Stars there. I mean, they just had all their bodies in front of Hewitt, and unfortunately that allowed then the puck to fade out to the right, and they were able to get it out of the zone without any North Star players back to help. So it was always looked like it was going to be scoring once they got out of the blue line, because there just wasn't enough North Star players back. It was a 2-on-1. And I think when you got empty net 2-on-1, you're always going to win. And yes, the Brave are very, very happy with themselves, and so they should be. They've really just got out of jail in this game.
Well, it was one thing we have seen is that North Stars can play with them.
Yes.
And they'll just kill time here. So well done to the CBR Brave and their return to Newcastle. A tight game, a fun game, but a win for the Canberra Brave over the Newcastle Northstars, 6-4 in the end. So we should wrap this up, right, Steve? Hold on, I haven't got the specs on. We can't do this without the sunnies.
Got to do it properly, mate.
Do it properly, hey?
Yes, correct. Yeah, what a game. What a game.
It was a lot of fun. We got the crowd into it too.
Oh, absolutely. They got right into it, right towards the end there, in particular when North Stars pulled the goalie. There's nothing more exciting than having a goalie being pulled, you know?
I hate it.
But true, but I mean, it's not, as a fan, there's nothing more exciting to see that. So, look, the Brave deserved tonight's game. I mean, really, there was periods there where they dominated. I mean, the North Stars, as you said just a few minutes ago, really skated hard with them sometimes. But, I mean, the Brave deserved the game. They really were too clever. The way that they got beautiful passes away to guys in quiet zones so that they put pressure on the North Stars all the time. They funneled to the net. They put pressure on Dane Davis. I mean, a complete game. They really played well.
The combination of good coaching and good execution as well.
Absolutely. I mean, it all comes together sometimes, and that it did. Great play there by Coach Stark to call a timeout with 7.5 minutes to go, just to settle his troops down. Say, boys, we're still in front. We're still winning, you know. But that was a great play. Yeah, it was a great call by him. You know, a lot of coaches will say, wait till the end to call a timeout to try and regroup, but he didn't have to. He knew he needed to do it then and get them set up. So good. Great coaching, as you said. Great coaching. I take my hat off to them. They're a good team. You know, I said during the broadcast, it's going to take a really good team to beat them.
Real goalie battle tonight. Hewitt and Davis both excellent.
Yeah, Davis probably be a little bit upset about some of the rebounds that he allowed to go that gave the Brave another opportunity to score. But, I mean, he had to play huge in that third period, and, boy, did he play huge in that third period. He can pat himself on the back because he did a fantastic job. Hewitt, he started to look a bit rattled there, especially when the North Stars were coming back. He didn't have the smile on his face. He wasn't dancing anymore because the North Stars really did a great push. But, again, not enough. Not enough.
Well, they get a good cheer from the crowd, and they should, because they had a great game. They definitely put a lot on the line, and there was you can't say that we're not trying.
No,
because the effort was very obvious to all of us watching. There was desperate efforts there from the North Stars.
Well, so Sam Lawson blocked 2 shots and went off and didn't come back. I mean, he obviously was in pain. Tim Stanger blocked a shot or 2. There was desperation all over the ice. But not enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's right.
Not tonight.
It's going to make it a little tough for the North Stars now. They've basically got to score an average of 2 points per game. So they've got average shootout wins, basically, from this point. Maybe slightly above that.
Yep.
Around about 2.0, maybe 2.1. So by no means impossible.
No.
Just difficult.
Yep.
And just probably not even like massively difficult, just definitely harder than even half and half.
Oh, absolutely.
So they have they don't play anymore against the Ice Dogs or the Brave or the Ice. They've got games against the Bears next weekend.
Yep.
Got 2 against the Thunder coming up.
Yes, they'll be big games. They'll be huge.
And it could be that the North Stars need to score like 3, 4, 5, 6 to get in the finals on that weekend.
Yep.
But we'll have to wait and see what happens with that one.
Well, the good thing is it's going to be some really exciting ice hockey coming out, Peter. I mean, stay tuned. This is going to be absolutely spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. What a great run to the end. I mean, it's always great when you've got that 4 or 5 teams in the mix. I mean, again, as a coach, you hate it, but as a spectator, it's fantastic to see that happening because you never know who's going to make it. It could be anyone at this stage.
It does make it thrilling. It makes the heart pound, and which is both good and bad.
You had to throw the thriller in there again, didn't you? You had to get that in there. Yeah.
That's right. I'll throw in all the references I can. So, excellent games tonight. Who was your pick for the Brave to start off with, besides Hewitt?
Well, Girling had a huge game. I mean, he tainted it a little bit towards the end there, where he got the 2 and 5 in game for the slashing. So that was a bit disappointing. But before then, he was really big.
Yep.
But how do you go past Wahib Dash? I mean, what a player. You just don't want him to have the puck, because if he's got the puck, something's happening.
Yeah.
A goal, an assist, a setup, a poke check. I mean, something's happening, you know.
There's a rare game where Joey Hughes didn't get a lot of points. Or didn't get. I mean, he was definitely involved, but he didn't really have to throw everything on the line.
No, that's right.
The other lines were taking care of it for him.
Yeah. And I applaud the whole defensive side of the game for the Canberra, for the CBR Brave, because, I mean, they didn't really give Newcastle that many opportunities. Most of the goals that the North Stars got were like, really hard work, rubbish, bounce, bang, bang, in. So it was hard work, you know. So they did well, but the North Stars, I mean, I thought that Shane Southwood had a great game. He played really, really well.
Yeah, great effort.
Yep, and of course, Zane, how do you go past the Zane train? He had a great game as well.
Sure did.
Yep.
Well, that'll be us for tonight. We'll catch you next weekend when the Bears are in town, but we're going to switch over, stick around for North Stars Live. We're going to head over now to Ellie and the girls are going to talk about tonight's game, throwing a couple of interviews, so stick around, and we'll catch you next weekend for Steve and I. Good night from us.
Good night, everyone.
Welcome back to Northstars Live. I'm Ellie Marie Watts.
And I'm Lucy Bourne.
Well, we've just wrapped up here at the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium. The Newcastle Northstars unfortunately just couldn't get over the CBR Brave and end 6-4 to the Brave.
Yeah, it was probably the best hockey I've seen the Northstars play in that last minute though. And the last goal that Canberra got was an open net. It was really close. Big ending to the game. I felt like it was the most intense hockey we've seen out of the Northstars this year.
Absolutely. I'm going to be interested to see what Joe or Ray from the Northstars say about tonight's game, because I think they did an outstanding job. Obviously didn't get the result they wanted, but there was some fantastic hockey in there.
Yeah, and there are a couple of unlucky losses at the puck in front of the Northstars net as well, which kind of was a little bit of our downfall, I feel. There was a couple of passes that didn't quite go to plan, or that Brave intercepted and just got straight in the passing lane and had a prime opportunity to score.
Yeah.
So I think overall we played a really good game. We played hard hockey. Everyone played together. There was enough physicality to make it competitive, which was good. But just an unlucky loss. But Canberra's an incredible team.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we got we got off on the back foot there. It was Canberra who scored first through Joey Hughes. We did manage to get an equaliser out of Shane Southwood, who had a cracker of a game.
Yeah.
He's had a cracker of a game. But yeah, about the end of the first period, it was, trailing 2-1 by Brave. The second period got off to a bit of a slow start, but once Canberra got going, they really got going. They got like 3 goals to, Zane Jones was 1 in that one and ended 5-2. And then the third period where, it really started ramping up there. Zane Jones got a goal, but it was waved off. The net was off the moorings, the ref ruled. But yeah, we started really gaining momentum through Nick Rivet. Seconds later, Sammy Banger.
That was a really, really good goal, good breakaway.
Absolutely, and you could feel the crowd just. They lost their mind.
Yeah.
We came down to the last 2 minutes. It was 5-4. That climb back 5-4. There was some penalties in there for CBR, but eventually CBR got. It just came down to CBR's way. An open net goal just to seal it 6-4.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There were so many times we nearly had it in that last 50 seconds, but we just couldn't gain the possession enough to really get a good shot.
Yeah.
We'd have the possession, we'd lose it, we'd get it back, but it was just unlucky the way it went.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we'll get a couple of guests on. We'll get Mark Rimakainen from CBR as well as Matt Hewitt. We'll also get the people from the Northstars. Hey, Matt, how's it going? Mark, how's it going? Yeah, check her on.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. It's like a helicopter.
Welcome.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Good, yeah.
Feeling good after that?
Yeah, it's good for the guys to get a win. It's good to be out there with the guys, but in terms of playing, I'm still finding my feet and trying to figure out how to play the game again, if I ever could. But so it's basically starting back at the beginning and just finding my feet slowly and just getting back into it. So
run us through your season so far. You guys are having a cracker of a season. You're well and truly standing out from the pack this season.
Yep.
What's been your magic formula? What have you been doing?
3 letters. It's fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's there's not a single guy in the change room that is a pain in the backside that no one wants to hang out with. Everyone gets along super well, and it's just so much fun to be a part of that. And I think it shows on the ice, it shows off the ice, and I think when you have that mix, you can see good quality players, good quality guys, and it's just showing this year. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And you guys have had a really cracker of a weekend as well. 2 wins, go home, with the full 6 points. How does that make you feel?
Oh, it's awesome. It's we've definitely put ourselves in different positions in terms of having to find a way to win. I guess. I mean, tonight, the Northstars came back pretty well. Definitely made it hard on us, and we made it hard on ourselves, I think. And but like a lot of guys say, good teams find a way to win.
Yeah.
And we're certainly trying to figure that out and keep that going. So it's like I said, it was a good weekend, and it's a lot of fun again.
Mark, how long have you been with the Canberra, the AIHL Canberra team for now? From the Knights to the Brave.
I started with the Knights in 1998 when I was 16.
So a little while.
Yeah, a long time, yeah. And then obviously the AIHL started in 2000, 2001, whenever it was. So since then.
Yeah.
And then obviously Knights folded, Brave started up, and we've been enjoying some success since then. So it's been fun.
That's what I was going to ask you about. From the predicament that the Knights were in to the point where they had to fold to the start up of CBR Brave to where you are now.
Yep.
For you, who's been there for the entire ride, what's that like? Is there a way to describe it at all?
Not really. It's I guess I've seen every aspect of it.
Yeah.
You know, the last year of the Canberra Knights, we lost the last 23 or 24 games this season.
That's so
and I've never been so depressed playing hockey in my life, you know. And when the Knights folded, I said to a couple of guys like Geordie Gavin and whatnot, I was like, I guess that's it. We don't have to play anymore. You know, thank God that's finished.
Yeah.
And then it sort of kicked into play, and we got the Brave up and running. But yeah, I've seen the league has changed so much.
Yeah.
I mean, you go from the year 2000 when the import coming out was maybe like a junior B guy. Now it's like different guys playing different leagues around the world. So the quality of the game has definitely improved. The local young guys stepping up.
Yeah.
They're getting much better. The rinks have changed. They're getting better. It's just to see the growth of the sport. It's really cool, and it's been a lot of fun. It's kind of hard to think that I was like 16 when I started up, and 36 now, and I don't feel it, but maybe I do now. But I've seen a lot, I guess, and it's just been, like I said, I wouldn't come back if it wasn't fun. I wouldn't keep playing if it wasn't fun, and it's been a good ride so far.
Yeah. So what's the strategy now going into finals? You're the first team to lock in a spot. Is there just still pedal to the metal and keep going?
I think you have to.
Yeah.
I think you have to. I mean, I think we've certainly done it probably at least one of the years coming to finals. Just sort of took the foot off the gas in the last 2 weeks and didn't do too well in the finals. And so I think you need to really nail down systems, keep the foot on the gas, keep running. Otherwise, you're going to come to finals and you're up against teams that are fighting for it. It's a take all the cookies home sort of weekend. And if you come into that not prepared, as we've seen in the past, you don't succeed. So hopefully the guys will get that in their head. We'll keep pushing forward and have a fun month.
Is your eye really on that cup? Because there has been a few years there where you're in the grand final and you've just missed out. And I've actually seen how heartbroken you've looked at. Is the eye definitely on the cup this year?
It is. Obviously, you play to win.
Yeah.
Okay. The ultimate goal of every team in the league is to win the cup. You're never going to count your chickens before they hatch, though, and be like, we're doing so well in the regular season. It's a given. Nothing's a given. I mean, if it happens, obviously I'm going to be ecstatic.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, I'll be devastated. But life goes on.
Yeah, it does.
It's all good.
All right, beautiful. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us. We're actually going to get Matt on now, Matt Hewitt, have a chat with him, and see the game through his eyes, I suppose.
Have fun with him. He's a character.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Well, that was Mark Rumacanen from the CBR Brave, and now we're joined by Matt Hewitt, goalie for CBR. Just to recap, the CBR Brave have won 6-4 over Newcastle tonight. Had a great game, and hey, man, how's it going?
Good. How about yourself?
Good. It's some lovely action going on in here.
Yeah.
How was that game for you?
I think it got a little bit too close towards the end, so I think my heart rate was going a little bit too high.
I think you and everyone else.
Yeah, but I think that's part of the fun of the game. At any point of hockey, a team can come back, and it just shows you got to play a full 50 minutes out there. And I mean, it's always fun playing in those tight games. I think the fans were pretty into it, and I'm just happy we got the win at the end of the day.
Yeah, and you've had a cracker of a season this year, and CBR have too. It's an entire team effort from you guys. You've joined the team this year. What's your impressions of the CBR Brave?
I'm just really happy to be a part of this group. These guys are a great group of guys. Just for example, like today before the game, we decided as a team we wanted to go to the ocean, go for a little swim, and have a little fun before the game. So it goes beyond just being at the rink. I think we have a great relationship outside of the rink, and I think that's why we've had so much success this year. And I'm just so happy to be a part of it. I'm really happy to be a part of the Brave family.
Yeah, and like you guys said, like I just said before, you guys have had a really standout season. What do you think it is that's made this team magic?
I think it just starts from the management, from the top. They've went ahead and wanted to build a championship team, and they've done a great job at doing that. And you got to thank them for everything they've done for us, all the way to the coaching staff, to the trainers, and everyone behind the scenes, and then to the players just gelling and just being so close with each other. I think we just have a great locker room, and I think we have a good chance down the road here, but there's a lot of good teams and good contenders in this league, so we have to just keep working hard and keep the ball moving forward.
Yeah. How have you enjoyed your time in Australia?
Oh, I love it. I never thought I would find myself in Australia playing hockey, but going for swims before a hockey game. I mean, I think that's just part of the fun, and that brings a little extra fun to life. And it's a dream come true for a guy to be able to go travel the world and play hockey and play in front of a lot of amazing fans everywhere I go. Everyone's so welcoming and a lot of fun to play with. And like I said, back in the Brave, everyone is just such a close community, and I just love being part of the Brave family.
Okay, beautiful. And something about dancing goalie. You're a dancing goalie. Everyone seems to love it.
Sometimes. I've never taken any lessons, so maybe I'll have to go take a few and upgrade some of my dance moves. But I think, you got to keep it light and have fun with the guys out there. I mean, life's too short not to have some fun. So sometimes with some of the guys, we have a few moves we like to do out there. And, the 80s music out there tonight got me going a little extra. So I was grooving in the crease, and it was nice to get the win.
Oh, beautiful. All right, well, we'll let you get back and get showered and whatnot, and we'll actually have a chat with Rob Stark now.
That sounds good. Thank you very much for having me.
No worries, thanks. Well, that was Matt Hewitt, from goaltender for the CBR Brave, and now we're going to get Rob Stark, coach of the CBR. Hey, Rob, how's it going?
Oh, good, thanks.
That's good. You must be pretty happy with this weekend's performance, going back home with 6 full points.
Yeah, look, obviously, to come on the road like that and play the Dogs and tonight the Northstars and find a way to get 6 points is a great accomplishment.
Yeah, absolutely. Run us through, your season so far. You've had a really standout season. You guys are well and truly leading from the front here, into the final, first team into the finals. It's really strong. What is it about this team that, has made them so great this year?
Yeah, look, obviously, from the outset, the plan was to make the top 4, and we found a way to do that. And we're just playing as a team. We get along well off the ice, and that carries on to the ice.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mark Rubenkanen, you know who Mark Rubenkanen is. Mark said that, a big aspect of the game or the team this year is that, everyone's really happy with each other. You're having fun. There's a real team chemistry. Would you agree with that?
Oh, 100%. I think the best teams in the world are ones who are having fun doing what they love to do. And obviously, I'd like to think that most of the guys in this league are having fun playing hockey. And that's an emphasis in my programming as well, in talking to the guys. Let's have fun and play hard and play hockey the right way.
And did you go into this season with a different kind of game plan in terms of, lines you wanted to run, or moves you wanted to do, or different combinations, to really start? You came out strong from the gate, so did you really come into this season with an idea of this is what I want to do, this is what will get us to that top 4, or has it evolved over the season?
Yeah, definitely. Look, we have a template, we have systems in place for all 3 zones, but sports and hockey is a game of change, so it's constantly tweaking things, constantly making adjustments, making sure that we're doing all the right things all the time. And even throughout the next month or so, we're going to continue to adjust our play and make sure we make those corrections.
Yeah. So you guys are locked into the finals, but is there, are you guys going to do anything differently going into the next month before finals, or is it still, consistent with what you've been doing and achieving?
Look, we have a brand, Brave Hockey, so we'll continue with the same templates, the same strategy, so to speak. We may play around with our player personnel a little bit in terms of guys resting or guys playing on different lines, but generally speaking, whether we have 20 guys in the lineup or only 15, we're going to play the same brand of hockey and make sure that we don't move away from that.
Yeah, beautiful. Alrighty, Rob, we'll leave you to it, and thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Beautiful. Well, that was Rob Stark from the CBR Brave, just having a chat. And now we're going to get Northstars coach Joe Terrio on, have a bit of a chat about the game. He's just having a chat with Rob off camera. Having a mad chat. Catching up. As you would be aware, Rob used to be a former Northstar. Hey, Joe.
Who was that guy?
That was Rob Stark. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
So, yeah, we had a pretty close end there, but sort of run us through the game from your perspective. Were you happy with it or quite disappointed?
No, 100%. The guys played a full 50. We competed with them. And they're up top in the first play for a reason, I'm very happy with our performance. We tried to sneak one in at the end, equalizer, but that's how the game's played, I guess.
Yeah. Is it really hard to know that, a goal, like Zane Jones' goal was waved off and that could have been the equaliser, or you just have to, just let that go?
You can't dwell on the past like that. If you dwell on that, you're going to dwell on other errors that they capitalized on and stuff. So, the called off goal is a called off goal. It was the right call. They made the right call, and it is what it is.
Yeah. And Shane Southwood had a pretty good game tonight. You know, he got a goal there. Are you quite happy with his performance tonight?
Oh yeah, for sure. Jester's a solid centerman, and he gives 110% every single time. So.
Any other standout performances you're quite happy with? Like, I know you always do say it's a team game, but
yeah,
sorry.
It's a team game. Our defense did really well. Our forwards, everybody did really well. Everybody worked hard. Everybody worked shift for shift. Timmy Stanger stepped up pretty big time.
Yeah.
They played a really good role. But yeah, everybody. You can't. I don't think there was one standout player. I think everybody played equally great. So.
And now is the task focused on the next game against Bears?
Well, for sure. We play the Bears at home on Sunday and then a Friday following. So it'll be interesting, and we're hoping Tommy Lane is back in the lineup for this weekend coming. So
yeah, that'll be great. We've been missing him for a good couple of weeks now. He's only played 11 games, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
and he's definitely an impact player. He can help us out with a goal or two a game. So that's. Proves tonight that the games that we're losing, besides the blowouts, they're one-goal games.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Did you guys feel the energy coming from the crowd in that sort of final couple of minutes? Because it really amped up when that double from Nick and Sammy came through. It just felt like it exploded in here.
Yeah.
Does that translate on the bench?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody's up. Like nobody was sitting down. Everybody feeds off the energy, like I said before. They really feed off the energy of the Newcastle crowd, which is great, and that's with them behind us, and that's why it gives us that extra little push that they need. So.
Yeah, beautiful. Alrighty, well, Joe, we'll leave you to it, and thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
Alrighty, that was Joe Terrio from the Newcastle Northstars coach, and now we're going to get Sammy Banger on, an import for the Northstars this season, having a cracker of a season. Hey, Sammy.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you? We'll just get that seat going on for you.
Yeah. Thank you. It's good.
You got it? You good?
Yeah,
alrighty. Let me just fix this up for you.
All right.
So you had a pretty great game. You're having a pretty great season for being here. How's it been for you?
It's been good. I've really enjoyed my time here. It took a couple weeks to get used to everything, the league, but the boys made it a lot easier for me. It's a great group of guys in the locker room there, so they took care of me, and I'm settled in, and I really like it here. So. Yeah.
We like having you here too. You're really impact player, I find.
Yeah, hopefully we can win a few more games, but it's going good so far.
Yeah, definitely. So run us through tonight's game with CBR Brave from your perspective. It was a very tough, and it got very tight there and to the end. Eventually it was the Brave that came away with a 6-4 win with an empty netter there. But yeah, run us through the game. Was there, any areas that you think that you needed to improve on, or is it just one of those games where it just didn't go in your favour?
You got to give them credit. They're a really good team. They're first place by a lot of points for a reason. They have 3 really good lines, good D, good goaltending. So, but we didn't play too bad. We felt like we were in the game most of it. A couple turnovers. Yeah. Couple bad plays, and the puck's in our net against a good team like that. They have good players that can score in any opportunity, but we were in there the whole game, and it's just a couple bounces here and there that maybe went our way, and it could have been a different game. But Davis played unbelievable for us. They could have had a lot more goals. So he stood on his head for us, and the boys came out in the third period and didn't give up, and we almost made it a game there.
Yeah, definitely. So, I was just talking with Joe before about sort of that third period where Nick got a goal and then you got a goal, and there was that real momentum there, and the energy in the room just lifted so much that the crowd was just screaming.
They had a power play right to start the period, and if they scored, it would have been a 4-goal game, and it would have probably been lights out. So that was a huge kill by our penalty kill, and then we slowly got a little bit of momentum. Then Nick made an unbelievable goal, and then I got a goal next shift, and we had our chances there at the end, but it didn't go in. Yeah. So hopefully we can put those in next week.
Yeah, and so now it's focused back to the Sydney Bears and Perth Thunder, the last road trip. Are you guys looking ahead to that now? Well, obviously you just come off the ice, but sort of looking ahead to that and making sure you go into those games and getting the points.
We're gonna take it one game at a time. We got 5 more games left, and we play 2 against the Bears and 2 against Perth, and they're both teams that are ahead of us right now. So the good thing is we get to control our own destiny, and we can just worry about ourselves. We don't have to worry about other games. So as long as we play our games and we get our wins, we'll be fine.
Yeah, beautiful. So, And one more aspect, how are you enjoying your time in Australia?
It's been good. I've tried to experience as much as I possibly can. I've been going to the beach a lot. I've been learning how to surf. We've been golfing, and we've gone on a couple nice hikes. But I'm sure I'll have enough time to travel once the season's done. So I'm just going to focus on hockey now and just enjoy my time here while I can. So it goes by quick. So I'm just going to enjoy the next 4 or 5 weeks while I'm here.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Sammy. We'll leave you to it and then go have a shower and we'll get Shane Southwood on.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
No worries. See ya. Well, that was Sammy Banger from the Newcastle Northstars, and now we're going to get Shane Southwood on, have a bit of a chat once he figures out how to put the headphones on. Hey, how's it going, Jester? That's good. Move this thing closer to your face so everyone can hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Great goal tonight, bud.
Thank you.
It was a real cracker.
Yeah, needed it.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, you kind of really put us on the board there with that goal, and it just kind of, it really built momentum from, that game. You've played against CBR Brave, many times before.
Yeah.
Tell us, what that game really was.
Well, I think it was good for us in a way. I mean, we took the loss tonight, but, coming back in the third period there, it shows we're not far off the pace, and, they're a tough team, and tough team to play against all three lines, and I think we showed that we've got 3 lines that can battle with them as well. So, we'll see them in the finals, hopefully.
Yeah, like what Joe and Sammy was just saying, you guys weren't really out of it all game. You were with them pretty much all game, and it came down, in that third period, it really kicked it up a notch with, 2 really quick goals, one from Nick and one from Sammy, and the last goal from CBR was, an empty netter. Like, that's just, one of those things. But, yeah, you guys really seemed in it. Did you feel that this game was a little bit different from your other ones against CBR? Because they're just talking about, scoreline-wise, they were quite different, more, marginal games.
Yeah, I think we got a few bodies back. Jonesy's back now. Still missing Tommy, but hopefully he's back soon.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think, lines are starting to click. Everyone's kind of finding their groove, and it helps being at home for sure. Playing them up in Canberra's a tough road trip, and I guess they make the same trip down to us, so no excuses, but it's nice for us to be at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, we were just talking before, there are still a couple of players out, Tommy Lander has been injured, for quite some time now, but Joe Terrio was saying he might be back next week. That's something we need to just look at then. But, is it good or bad, I suppose, being at this point of the season where you have a player who has been injured who can be introduced? Is that a good thing that sparks energy, or is it a bit disruptive to the lines?
I think it depends on the guy, but everyone wants to see Tommy back on the ice, especially with his injury. Concussions aren't something to mess around with, so he's playing it smart and taking his time, but he's an awesome dude to have around the change room, and everyone wants him back ASAP, so I think it'll be good for us.
Definitely. And tell us about your season, being out on the ice. Like, you've been a bit of an impact player, I consider, this year. You've had a couple of goals there, and you've been really in the mix of things. Yeah,
I don't know, just trying to do my thing a bit more this year. I think I'm playing really relaxed out there, really calm, and the guys around me are helping me out. Liam and Paddy tonight, we're clicking at practice and stuff, and so it's good to be back with them. But yeah, I'm just trying to play a bit more relaxed and hold the puck a bit more, and do my job.
Yeah, definitely. Alrighty, we'll let you get back to it. I'd say you go back to the showers, but you're already done.
Yeah, I'm done and dusted.
to the pub for a beer then.
Yeah, awesome.
Alrighty, thanks, Shane.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Cheers.
Alrighty, that was Shane Southwood from the Newcastle Northstars, and we'll get Lucy back and have a bit of a chat and wrap this thing up. Hey, Luce.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
I had a couple of really good chats with, the Brave guys and the Northstars guys. Despite the loss, the Northstars still pretty upbeat. They're pretty happy with their performance. So I think in a loss, that's like the best you could possibly ask for, is still being quite pleased, if not with the result.
Yeah, and we're so close to the end of the season. You don't want to be ending it on a really dud note.
No, absolutely
You've got to take the positives, work from it. It is what it is in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. So 5 more games to go until finals, which is in Melbourne, September 1 and 2. CBR Brave, the first team to be locked and loaded for that one. So there's 3 more positions. I had to count then. 3 more positions. So, it's going to be a really tight battle between Perth Thunder, Sydney Ice Dogs, Sydney Bears, Northstars, and that's it.
Yeah.
Those 4.
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to count 5. Who's the top 5? I rattled them off. So, it's going to be a really interesting last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's not just about how you go as a team, it's about how the other teams go as well, because everyone is dependent on somebody else losing points at the same time as gaining points.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, I think that's about it. We'll wrap up for another day, another North Stars live broadcast. But join us again next Sunday. We'll be back at Hunter Ice Skating Stadium against the Sydney Bears. Should be an awesome game.
Yes, very excited.
Beautiful. All right, guys, we'll leave you to it. And join us again next time on North Stars Live.